Hello and welcome to another stream. You may notice, yes, new BGM, new brain rot, new music that we're gonna play. Actually, hello Plinthef, hello Gwitch, welcome in. Hello everyone, welcome in, hopefully you guys are doing well. We've got new music, and I actually have a good amount of stories for you today. Today has been a day. But don't worry, we'll also talk about the serious stuff. But you know what? Let's just have some fun first before we get into the of that. But yeah, welcome in. Welcome in, everyone. Hope you're doing well. Welcome in, Barry, as first on the podium. Welcome in, Glitch, second on the podium. And welcome in, Seno, third on the podium. Welcome in, Glitch. Welcome in, Bear. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in, Seno. Welcome in, JG. Welcome in. Let me see here. Welcome in, Steph. How are you?
Music don't speak such heresy. Thou art committing such tyranny.
I spent a long time finding new BGM. It's actually kind of difficult to find good BGM nowadays, I'll be honest. Shout out Dova Syndrome. And also we'll see if this gets copyright struck, because I also make sure to really read every individual thing there. So if this VOD goes down, womp womp. But the good news is that I hope you're doing well. Hi Raz, hi Steph. Yeah, no, today, man, I couldn't sleep very well last night because I had a doctor's appointment. I don't know if I said it on stream, but yeah, it wasn't anything crazy. Like, it was just like a regular, simple checkup. But I just, when it's the dentist, I get freaked out about it. And now apparently for regular checkups, I get freaked out about it. So last night, I'm kind of just trying to go to sleep. That failed, but it didn't do great. Otis McDonald's be good for you. Yeah, true, but it's finding the vibe, right? It's the vibe that matters. And last night I go to sleep at around I don't know, 9 o'clock or something like that. I fall asleep in my chair, and I fall asleep until 11 or something. I don't know. I was asleep for a good 2-3 hours, but that little power nap I had literally would not allow me to go to sleep for the most part. I mean, I got some micro sleep in there, but I was what, at 5 a.m. I was like, you know what, I'm up for the day. It's whatever. I'm thugging it out. So at 5 a.m. I'm I'm a little bit tired. I'm a little bit blah, 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 blah. It's the beginning of the day, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna buy a few small things for stream, right? I'm gonna buy these things just to try it out, I might as well see how these things are, how they look, how they blah, blah, blah. And I liked a lot of them, but I had this one situation, not even a situation, just one thing I wanted to bring up, which I thought was it's been bugging me all day. Even though the story I'm about to tell you after this is going to be pretty intense, this has been wiggling in the back of my head all morning, and I still haven't sat down and figured it out. So I'm not going to say who is who, but basically I buy something from a store, right? And basically I didn't really read the massive paragraph they wrote because it was a literal, it was a widget thing. It was a stupid widget thing, right? And here's what's interesting about it. I get the thing from Etsy, right? And I'm whatever. And I'm I hit the download. So for those who don't know, on Etsy, the way that you get your stuff is you order it, you get it, and then you click a button and you download it. That's typically how it is. It's nice and easy, right? Nothing crazy. And I'm okay, this is great. This is fine. I open up the PDF. It's just a PDF document, and it's just words on the screen. And I'm huh? And I'm okay, this is fine. I've for people who've had chat widgets and stuff, this is pretty typical. PDFs are a good way to kind of have stream elements integration, and the coding is in there. So I'm okay, fine. So I read through the document, right? Now, here's where it gets weird. Now, for those who don't know, it's a digital product, so it's probably, you can't get refunds on it, but we'll go into that later. But I'm reading this PDF document, and I shit you not, okay? It is not some fancy thing. It wasn't even 10 bucks. And it's this thing that basically is a social media reminder and stuff like that. And I'm okay, what, where is it? So it's a PDF, and it basically says, okay, you need to join this Discord. And I'm hell. Etsy has digital stuff? Yeah. It has a lot of digital stuff. So I joined the Discord, and I'm okay, this is gonna be fine, right? So in the PDF document, now, by the way, keep in mind, it's 5 a.m. I have 3 hours of sleep, and I do not want to deal with this bullshit. I'm just I want my fucking item. Don't mess with me. So I joined the Discord, and basically in the PDF document, and essentially it gives me this thing saying you need to go here and you need to click on the ticket thing, and it'll be an automated thing and it'll go. So I do as it says. I go into the Discord and I click on the ticket thing. The bot's broken, right? Like I'm clicking the thing, it's not working. Now, I'm like, man, fuck, like this is so stupid. So I'm immediately like, you know what? I'm gonna send a reply to the thing because I want to know what happened. I'm gonna see, is there an update? Because I sent it this morning. I wonder if they got back to me. I wrote a snarky. Oh, I think they responded. They responded. Oh man, hold on. I'm not gonna read it because it's that, but here's the thing that's funny. So the PDF document basically said you need to do X and Y, right? I was doing X, it wasn't working. It was like, you need to go into this Discord channel, which by the way, it's kind of, I don't know why they did it this way. Because for those who don't know, the thing that I was purchasing, the way it works is that in Stream Elements, you basically put code in and it does stuff. So for example, you know, it can do cool seeing things like this, you know, like it can have a nice little widget in the corner. Or for example, if you want a bit goal, it just shows up, right? It's really simple. But the thing that's fascinating is that the way that I bought this is that I bought it, I downloaded it, it took me 3 minutes maximum to set it up, and it works. Okay, that's it. And you want to know? It's just CSS, it's JavaScript, it's like first year college coding. Okay, let's be real. Okay, now here's the thing that I purchased that I had to go into a Discord for is just CSS, JSS, and all that stuff. Welcome in, Silky. And the thing that's fascinating about that is I'm like, what's going on here? So I'm frustrated because the PDF tells me to do X and Y, and I realize now after the fact, as I'm leaving to go to the doctor's appointment in the later in the afternoon, it hits me that, wait a second, I'm not supposed to do it that way. Because whenever people give me instructions, I follow them, typically because I rely on that person to have the ability to tell me what I need to know. And that was my mistake. So that's my bad. But basically, what they wanted you to do is they wanted you to do Y and then X. So basically, their PDF document was completely useless. The only thing that was useful was that, hey, it gave me the Discord join code. So I join, right? And I send this like very simple thing. Like, in the shop, it literally says you need to join the Discord for the code. And I think the way that he coded it is that it's a bot and he's using it to scrape data from everyone. And that's what I'm currently thinking he's doing. Like, because with CSS, you can't copy that. But if you join a Discord server and then you like connect your token to a bot, it's kind of like having a bot in a Discord server, right? So I think that's what's going on behind the scenes. But the thing that's fascinating about it and the thing that's frustrating about it is that, like, I was so pissed off about this because it just doesn't make sense. Just have to complain and it works right away. See, like, that's basically what I was thinking. And here's the thing, right? Like, I've been spoiled by other people on Etsy. Literally, like, whenever you download widgets, like the ones in the bottom left, they give you a document, you click the PDF, you click the link on the PDF, and it automatically uploads it to Stream Elements, and you're done. And then you just copy the link. It's so freaking fast. And I'm like, I understand that some people don't want to give the convenience to their clients. I get that. 100%. I'm not trying to be like, you didn't get my strawberry sundae. I'm not trying to say that, okay? What I am trying to say is that joining a Discord server to get a token is very suspicious. So even if like he's like, hey, I'll refund you, that's a bit suspicious for me. So I send in a thing like, hey, my order didn't arrive. It didn't. I was lied to. It didn't come to me, right? And I was like, oh, you just refund me, right? Because like I don't have the service, right? I need to join the Discord to get the code in order to use the actual service, right? So I literally don't have the thing. And this is what I wrote. I was like, I bought the item. I was promised delivery of a widget, right? I joined the Discord to get the thing for it, and the bot was broken. Now, by the way, that was not true. The bot wasn't broken. It's the fact that whoever wrote the document, it wasn't updated. It was like they changed something in the meantime, and they're like, they'll figure it out, right? So I wrote, just put the damn code in the PDF. Just put the damn code in the PDF. Like, come on, man. Like, why are you trying to scalp data off of people, right? Let's see. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna say who it is because I'm not, you know. Yeah, let's start a drama with an Etsy store owner. Yeah, that's really what we need, right? Token as in golden tokens, coin. Oh, that's gonna be a Olympus company reference. Yeah, there you go. So anyway, I'm sitting in the doctor's office and I'm going like, Wait a second. I think what they wanted me to do was join the Discord, go to another channel that probably was mentioned. I haven't looked at this since the morning, and just do all this stuff. And it seems like basically here it is, you know, and it, and as per usual, it's like, nah, I'm not giving you a refund, but you got to go through the Discord. I'm like, fuck that. Whoa, 1-star review be upon you. But yeah, it's just like, yeah, the argument that they gave was I deliver it via Discord so I can offer faster support. I don't need the support. Send out updates. I don't need updates. And handle feature requests more easily. Okay, but why is it a requirement, not a feature? Or like, why is it a requirement, not something that I can just do out of the like things? It really helps streamline things for everyone. No, it helps streamline everything for you. I don't care about how easy your job is. I'm sorry. No one does. It is what it is. But it's like, I'm not going to join a Discord server and have another Discord server sitting for a fucking widget, you know? Anyway, needless to say, that's the drama that I had this morning. So the resolution, I'm just gonna let it sit, and I'm not gonna do anything. I'm not gonna use their crappy thing. It was my fault for making a purchase at 5 a.m. tired. You talking about this remind me to add my widgets to my OBS based? Yeah, the ones I have in the bottom left are really cool. I haven't really found a place for them. I really just wanted to show them as like a, hey, they work. But yeah, no, I don't. The reason why I got them was I was like, you know what? I really like having these things in the corner, but I really don't like, you know, those billboard signs on the side of the highway that you drive past and you're like seeing them and you're like, this is annoying, you know? Like that's kind of how I feel about like these in the bottom left. They look really good. I like them. I do need to mess around with the colors a little bit, but you know, this is just proof of concept. And I was like, you know what? I want to try them. Just like see like, okay, well, let's do not necessarily stream, but just like have them work with them and see like, how are they? How's the vibe with it? And they're pretty good. I just got to figure out, you know, a way to like put it into the stream without it being like in the way. The big thing is like with gaming, because it's like, I don't like having a bunch of shit on the screen. I don't like it being hidden by a lot of things. And it's like, okay, but it's fascinating. They're good for Zatsu. You don't have much going on in terms of overlay. Yeah, exactly. Like that's the other thing too. Like they're not on the no overlay gaming scene, because it's like, it's way too much. But like on Zatsu, it's like, it's just me going on. Like you should have something in the corner to look at, like jingling keys, you know? The person that made your widget asked to credit their Twitch, but their Twitch codes doesn't exist, so I'm gonna have to credit their Etsy page. Yeah, I'm a very big like believer in like, if you are clear about what you want, you're fine. Like in my case, I'll admit, like with the store thing, like it's my fault. I didn't read their stupid paragraph blurb. I didn't read all that. So that's my bad, you know? But the other thing too is just like, I joined the server and there's like 23 other people in there, and I'm like, like, okay, this is interesting. I don't know. It's very, I don't like, when it comes down to digital workspaces, I really don't like when people have services with extra things on it. Like if I buy something from you, I just want the thing from you. I don't want to be your friend unless like some weird thing happens. Like this is a business, like I gave money to a person for a service, right? You know, but the reason I'm like crashing out about this in a weird way is like, this is the type of stuff you have to be conscientious of Etsy. Like there's a lot of stuff on Etsy that's AI. Like they'll use AI to create a thing and then they'll animate it with like Adobe After Effects, right? Or they'll have like AI of this or that, and it's just like, oh my god. And the thing that sucks is that like it isn't even like good AI. It's like very clearly like ChatGPT, like not very good. And it looks fine, like it looks palatable, but like if you've looked at AI, it's like, okay, this is so clearly like AI. So I don't buy from them out of principle as well. But it's just like, ugh, it's so interesting. But yeah, so anyway, that's how my day started. I'm, you know, it's like 9 a.m. or something like that, and like my day gets going, I'm doing my normal thing, and you know, I get to the doctor's office at around like, I think noon, if I'm not mistaken. And I just went in for like a checkup. It was like a very simple physical, nothing crazy, right? Like, and I haven't gone to the doctors in like 10 years because it's like, if nothing wrong, why go? You know what I mean? Hydrate, I should do that. So I'm like sitting in the parking lot, and I'm like starting to get genuine, like not hot flashes, but like, you know, the nervous sweats. I'm like, ugh, you know, and I'm gonna hydrate though. 1 second. And I'm just like, all right. And by the way, the entire thing about the Etsy shop, I don't know why I crashed out about it. Like, it's not even the thing where I'm like, okay, I'm going to like, it's actually annoying. It's just like, it's my fault. I think it's because I was so angry at myself. I was just like, like that's why it was eating me up. Because like it's not the Etsy store seller. Like it's up to them if they want to sell their stuff and, you know, have you join a Discord server and, you know, write an apology letter to them and ask, you know, kiss their feet. You know, if that's how they want to run their business, if you're a buying patron, that's how you get a roll, right? But I didn't read the terms and conditions, I guess I could say. Although I do feel like I'm missing chat here, so let me catch up real quick. Hi Raz, hi Roro. I had a rough day today. Me too. I'm hoping that we both got through it. I got through it. The stories that I'm telling you, they do have a good end. You went to the doctor in horrible pain? Crying? Oh. Yeah. That sounds about right. It was awful. Ended up being wheelchaired over to the opposite side of the building. Speak to the surgeon. Surgery. Let's go. Awesome. A new med to try? I'm really, even though it sucked, I'm really hoping that one, time goes by quickly so that you can get closer to the surgery point. But I know for a fact that's going to solve like 99% of the problems after the surgery. It really sucked. Yeah, Jesus Christ is a really a very simple way of putting like holy moly. Hope it's not going to be bad as the whole time until the day. Yeah, exactly. I think that, you know, it'll kind of ebb and flow. Like right now it's bad, but the thing is that every day you get closer and closer to that surgery, and you've already gone from, like, I know you remember how bad it was before you even got into the circuit of like talking to docs and stuff. So it's just, it's the suck right now, but it's going to have a major payoff. And I'm hoping that the new med works. I'm hoping that bed rest works. I'm hoping you can relax. Feel free to hang out in the stream and live vicariously through my suffering. Now, anything about my story will not at all measure at all to hernia. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was like, all the things that happened to me today is nothing in comparison to two herniated discs, right? The two discs are so massive and pressing on my nerve. The shot I had failed, but I tried everything possible. Yeah, like that's the most important thing. Yeah, I mean, hey, that's why we're streaming, right? We stream because it's fun. Also, I finally have stories. Things finally happen to me that I can talk about, you know? Like, I'm one of the most boring people on planet Earth, so anytime I get the chance to tell a story, it's so nice because it's like, finally something happened. But, you know, I get to the hospital, right? It's about noon. We're doing good. I'm kind of having nervous sweats, and I've never been to this hospital before. Well, it's not even a hospital. It's like an outpatient facility, which is basically a fancy term for like it's a mini hospital. That's about it. And I pull up there and I park, and basically, you know, I go up to the second story, I think it was, or whatever, and I check in, blah blah blah. I'm talking to the person there, and you know, we're both kind of just chilling out. And what I think is interesting is that, like, you know, the woman at the clerk that was like checking me in and all that was like talking about how she's like really afraid of AI taking her job. And I told her very clearly, like, look, like, even if the AI can do all the accounting, you're gonna need the accountant, right? Hi JG. I'm honestly hoping that like everything's getting, it is hell. It doesn't sound, it is hell. I'm hoping that like you're in a, like, because you're able to type, you're in a position where at least it feels a little bit better. The surgeon explained to my mom yeah. I mean, especially like whenever you get like genuine pain, like herniated discs, plural, right? Like it's really hard to put in perspective how painful that is. Like, you know, if you bang your knee on the shoulder or on the like corner of the room or corner of the like table or something, like that hurts, right? But a herniated disc is like intense pain that doesn't go away, and it's always there. And typically if you're unlucky, no matter what you do, it doesn't really like get better because it's just like it's always pressing down. It's been almost 3 months, and I told the surgeon I'm physically and mental spent. Was 100%. Yeah, I mean, if I like to think I have a pretty decent pain tolerance, but like I'm a baby with two things. I'm a baby with stomach aches and tooth pain. Those are my two, like, I can't do it. Like, I remember, like, I fractured, like, I had, like, 2 hairline fractures on my foot. That wasn't bad. Like, that was fine. Like, that was okay. Like, okay, just, it's okay, right? But, like, if you give me a stomach ache, I'm out. Like, I'm out for the day. Like, I will lay on the floor and I will bottle up. I won't cry, but, like, I'll just be like, you know, just like literally just completely like in the fetal position, just trying to survive. And I'm not gonna lie, not very fun. And the fact that, yeah, you're understanding how we feel, never cried at a doctor's appointment. Yeah, sounds like the noise Edwin. Yeah, when Edwin has his tummy ache, you just exactly, you get it. I was suffering and sitting, the standing was of no help. Yeah. I'm hoping that the new med will help. Like, I mean, it's probably not going to get rid of everything, but I'm hoping that, like, I think you know what I'm talking about, where, like, you know, you take a med and it, like, it doesn't get rid of the pain, but it gets it to a level where, like, you can tank it, right? I'm going to lurk. Arigato rest. Have a go on Roro. Get some rest. Hang out. Relax. Enjoy the lurk. Enjoy the stories if you would like to. But, I was actually genuinely afraid of, like, a lot of that, too, when I went into the doctor's office. Because, like, I don't have anything, like, wrong with me. But I'm like trying to use up my insurance before things lapse and all that. So I'm like, you know what? It's been about 10 years since I went to the doctor's. I might as well, right? So I'm like, okay, I'm sitting at the front desk there and I'm talking like, hey, like, because the doctor I got, because there was only like so many options and I didn't want to go like across the entire, state or whatever just to get an older doctor or whatever. I was like, hey, nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. And right now, you can save 50 pounds per person. Welcome in, Rai. How's it going? But yeah, no, like I was asking like, hey, like how is the doctor? Like is the doc like good? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, and she's like telling me about like, oh yeah, he graduated from like this school and like he's really good. And I did research on him too. And I'm like, what is he like in person, right? The gotcha question, like, have you actually met this person? And she's like, oh, I've met him in passing. And I'm like, anyway, I don't give her that eye, but I'm like, So anyway, they get me signed in, everything's nice and good. And they take me to, I get my weight done, they do my blood pressure, everything's basically normal, it's fine, right? I'm sitting in the thing, and the doctor comes in, and I have, like, over the years, I've had, like, a list of things that I've been, conscientious about. So the doc walks in, and for those who don't know, doctors are typically used to, like, oh, you come in for one thing and that's about it, right? And keep in mind, doctors don't, like, it's not that they don't want to see you, it's just that they got so much stuff to do, they cannot waste any time. But I made sure, like, I was like, I don't want to be here either. I want to go home. I don't want to be here. But I'm going to take as long as I humanly can to, like, talk about all of my concerns. So I had, like, I think 7. I was like, hey, like, can you, like, see if I have carpal tunnel? Hey, can you see if, like, do I have, like, a hernia or, like, anything like that? Do I have, like, heart problems? Do I have, like, bad blood pressure? Do I have high blah, blah, blah? So, basically, like, getting everything done. And the doc was, like, it was so funny because, like, I was like, look, I have, like, 7 things, right? And he's like, okay, so it's very clear that, like, how, like, people look at you and they're like, okay, you're, like, being a little bit hypochondriac about this. And, I was like, yeah, I know, but trust me, like, if I'm lucky, I'll never see you again. He got a laugh out of that one. But and he leaves the room and the nurse comes in. What's the status report? The status report is great. In terms of streaming stuff, for those that we'll get to that, but basically I just want to talk to you guys about like stream direction, content direction, and just kind of talk. I feel like we've done this like once before, like a year ago, but I think that it's really important to make sure that you guys are on board with everything. And also, like, why not? But, I get the status report from the doctor, and he's like, yeah, I'm just going to have you do, I'm going to get a sample for urology, and I'm going to have you get pricked, and, yeah, we'll give you the lab results in 2 days, right? Now, for those who don't know, I have what's called a vasovagal reflex, which means that I faint at the visual of a pointy, right? A pointy is bad. So, the doctor's like, yeah, I'll see you in 6 months, blah, 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 like, didn't write me in a medication, which was my biggest thing. I was like, I don't want to be on medication. Like, I don't want to be on medication. I'm glad I'm not on medication. I hate medication. And, I'm like, hey, have a go on, doc. And then, I say goodbye to the nurse and all that stuff. And, she trundles me along to the check-in or check-out. Now, by the way, here's the thing. It wasn't just like, you go into a room, you do everything, and then you get let out. No, they bing-bonged me across the entire hospital. They were like, oh, you need to check in on this side of the building. Now the exam room is on that side of the building. Now, in order to go to the phlebotomist, which is the guy with the pricky, and the stuff that steals your HP, you have to go to this side of the hospital. And it's just like, And then I go in there, right? And there's this lovely black woman. Lovely old black woman, okay? And I could tell that she was good, because I have a good eye for people. And she was sitting there on the desk, and she didn't give a damn about me being there. And that's how I was like, that's the type of person I want. She doesn't give a damn. Like, I am just another cog in the wheel here, and that's how I know you're good. There's no stress. It's just, I know what I'm doing, right? Now, for those who don't know, like I said, whenever I get my HP pulled from the pricky prick, I faint without fail. Every single time since I was like, I think 18. So it's been a long time. And by the way, I found that out because I went to I brought a friend to a hospital for something they needed, and I watched them give a pricky prick to them, and I passed out. And I was like, huh? Were you able to order those UK treats we showed you a few streams ago? No, that is something that I clicked the wrong thing. Whoopsie. I do need to have on my agenda. I have too many notepads. I actually have this on my, like, oh, let's do this for stream ideas. I'm sitting in the chair. I know, Windows jump scare. I'm sitting in the chair, and the phlebotomist, which is a fancy term for, pulling the HP and getting the sample for urology. If you don't know what that is, Google it, you'll figure it out. And basically, the latter, no problem with. It was a pricky prick I had an issue with. And basically the way that they do it, the way that they, the catch-up, see, you get it, Seno. The way that they do it is that they basically take you and put you in a chair, and they put your arm out, and they, tie it up, tie a tight band around the top part, and then they do the pricky prick, right? Now, me, I've been trying for years to win successfully. Have you seen the 12 gauge? I want to ban you. No, why would you bring that up? That's awful. I've been avoiding the word specifically because of everyone's sake. And you're just like, have you seen the most gargantuan? It's a tube. It's like a PVC pipe. It goes in your ass. But the phlebotomist is really chill. She's like one of those old Southern like black women. So she's just like chill. Like she's slow but methodical. Like slow is fast. Like she moves slowly, but she was getting a lot. What goes in my ass? The 12 gauge prick. No context will be given. Also, welcome in, Jen. It's good to see you. Happy belated birthday. If I was told that your birthday was on the 14th. Anyway. So I'm sitting there in the chair, and I'm like, I'm in game mode. I'm like, I'm not going to pass out. I'm going to successfully get through this. I am going to succeed. I'm going to finally get my HP taken without passing out. Okay. Now, I want you to think about this, okay? I'm sitting in a chair, and I'm nervous sweating. I'm like, my heart, I can feel it in my throat. Like, I am just genuinely destroyed. It's on the 8th? Someone said it was a 14th. Hold on, I gotta change that. 8th of July, right? Someone said 14th. I got gaslit. See, this is what happens when people lie to me, because I'll write down like, oh, Janae's birthday on the 14th. Okay. And then it's like, and then I never write like, oh, who told me? I should do that. Like, who told me their birthday was this, so that I can call them out and be like, why did you lie to me? Isn't today the 17th? Yes, I am. Well, if you're in the EU, it's the 17th. But for us in the US, it's the 16th. Wouldn't it be 16th? You are correct. Yeah. I love being bad at things. I know, right? So anyway, the black lady, she's just like, okay, hey, Raz, sit down in the chair. It's going to be, blah, blah, blah. And she starts talking. And like, that's how I know, that's the signal that, hey, I'm going to start. So, she's like, tense, like tense your right arm, because she took it from my right arm. And I went death grip. I'm like, because like the reason you do that is that it presents the vein better. 14th is Janae's, not Jen's. Wait a second. You're right. Okay, yeah, so basically what happened was that I thought Jen was Janae. That was my bad. I don't know why I did that. I'm sorry. Sorry for being away for so long. I was doing summer school. Don't worry. Hey, never apologize for that. Well, before I get back to the story, please never, ever apologize for missing stream. Like, I know things happen. Like, Roro came in earlier and literally was like, hey, I have 2 herniated discs. I feel awful, but I wanted to come in and let you know, hey, I'm here. I'm enjoying the stream. I want to let you know I'm okay, and I hope you're doing well, and I'm going to lurk. So there's always time. So never worry about that. Welcome in, Gino. How are you doing? Is it Jinu? It can't be Jinu. Welcome in. How are you doing? Hello, konnichiwa. Hello. I'm telling the stories. How up with that? Anyway, now that Jinu's gone. If you got it, Jinu. Okay, got it. Yes. Yes. I was only completely wrong, but I feel like I got partial credit for that one. I'll take it. But yeah, just I want to be clear on that, Jen. Like, don't ever apologize for not catching streams. There's a reason the VODs are always there, and there's a reason I stream 5 times a week. So you can always come by whenever you want. I want to make that clear, not just for you, but for everyone as well. But let me finish the story here. Right, let me finish this. Are you awake? Yes, actually, surprisingly. Despite only working on like 5 times a week. Yes, I'm very stupid, and I also really love streaming. So it's fun. I'm Canadian. It's in my blood. Fair. Raz is being Raz. Damn right. You know it. I won't do something. Don't gong. Please. Please. Don't. What are those implications? Okay, I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna move on from this. I'm gonna move on this. Do you have sleeping problems too? It's not really sleeping problems. It's just like sometimes I sleep 8 hours, sometimes I sleep 4. It's just completely in and out, you know? We're gonna move on. I did not say the word. I said dugong. It's a type of ship. Anyway, so I'm sitting there in the chair, you know, and she starts, right? I feel it, and I'm not gonna lie to you. I think she is the only like phlebotomist I've ever had where, for those who don't know, the sensation of your HP being drained during a doctor's appointment, it's a very awful feeling, and it feels like a phlebotomist. It's the person that does they take the ketchup from you for testing. I'm trying to avoid it because like I know people get very touchy on it, and I want to be conscientious of that, and also like I don't want to say it anyway. You know, either I can talk about it in a roundabout way like I am now, or I can be like, the phlebotomist, blah, 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 you know. They take the red fog. Yes, they take the red fog. Yes. They take my HP. But here's the thing. The moment that I feel it, I'm like, there's no pain, which, by the way, new thing. Normally, there's a little bit of a pinch. I don't know why, but this lady just knew what she was doing. And I was like, I'm not going to pass out. So I made sure I never looked at it. I never looked at the little pricky prick. And I just looked over to my left. I was just like, I'm going to look over here. And she's talking to me. And she's like, oh, are you going to go get lunch after this? And now keep in mind, I'm fighting for my life here. I'm trying, like, I can feel the tunnels, like, closing in. I feel like I'm going to sleep. Like, I feel like I'm going to pass out. And you want to know what actually happened? I looked at the wall, and there was a freaking poster where it was like, you know, oh, we're 100% girl boss. We're 100% great. Like, just like motivational posters and like 0% regret. And I'm staring at these, and I'm trying to answer this poor woman's question. And I'm like, yeah, I want steak and rice. Steak and rice. Steak and rice. Steak and rice. And then she's like, oh, I'm done. I'm like, what? What? Because normally it takes an eternity. It's like, it takes forever for them to get a sample. It takes forever. I mean, ever. It's an eternity. And I felt like it was the thing where like it was closing in, but it never get to the point where like it completely obscured my vision. But like I was death gripping with my left hand on the chair, and I was like, steak and rice, trying to answer it. Steak and rice. Like, you know, a pilot doing like G-force maneuvers in a fighter jet. That's literally what I was like, steak and rice, steak and rice. Steak and rice. my coping mechanism for Pokey is looking away and singing. Mine is looking away and saying steak and rice. I don't know. It worked. And I was so flabbergasted. Like, I looked at the lady like I saw Jesus. I was like, are you the son of God? And she's just like, no, honey. Like, it's just me. You know, and I'm like, that's it? We're done? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, and I told her, like, you're the first person that I've ever been, a phlebotomist I've ever gone to where I didn't pass out. Because in the past, what I would do is I was like, I can't fight this. I just don't win. So what I'll do is I'll sit there, and no matter what happens, it'll just kick in. And I'll be like, hey, nurse, or phlebotomist, or whoever is doing the sample. I'm like, I'm going to pass out. And I'll be like, I'm passing out in 2, 1. My head will hit the wall. My eyes will close. And then like 5-10 seconds later, wake up. And I even tell them this. I'm like, I told her this too. I'm like, hey, like, if I pass out, I'm just gonna let you know. I'm gonna bang my head against the wall. I won't feel it. Just continue on. Don't worry about it. I'm not gonna flex or anything like that. I've never had issues before. And she's like, okay. Well, hi, Byron. And yeah, no, she did it. And I was like, what? This is incredible. Try singing the furry rap while... Hey, if it works, right? If it works. Thursday, you went to bed at 2 a.m., got up at 7 a.m., worked 11 hours, went to bed until 4 to 7. Ginu, you need PTO. What the hell are you doing? I thought I had a hard day. That sounds like that was brutal. I remember those 11-hour shifts, like anything over 8 hours that's not like overtime. Ha, womp womp salaried if you've ever, if you know, you know. But man, have you ever been woken up in a cart in a row of Skyrim after being No, I did. Well, the first time I passed out, I woke up on the floor. That was an interesting thing. I was like, oh, interesting. So I get up and I'm like, I'm excited. I'm like, okay, cool. You know, I get the urology sample. You can kind of figure out what happens there if you know what urology is about. No issue whatsoever. Bring it back to her. And I'm on my merry way. And I walk over. And by the way, here's the thing. I had to go to the one side of the hospital for the phlebotomist. Then I had to walk back over to the other side of the hospital or the place to get the checkout, right? And they hand me this thing and, they give me this pamphlet. Very interesting pamphlet. Like, they're like very generic stuff. Like, oh, like if you want to increase your wrist strength, then maybe what you need to do is like do band resistance and have good posture at the computer and bah, 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 bah. And I'm just like, okay, that's fine. Like, cool. And I will say, I got all my stuff, they were like, oh, we want to do this test to make sure everything's okay. It's really a matter of customary thing. They wanted more money from me. And we want to do these things to make sure you're A-okay. But, at the moment, you're doing just fine. Like, there's nothing to worry about. There's nothing, problematic. We'll just kind of keep an eye on you and we'll go from there. And I'm like, okay, cool. So, I set up the appointments, right? And they give me this, after visit packet where, this is what happened today. This is what's going on. It's basically like a memo of what happened. So I get my stuff and I walk over to the chairs because I'm just going to walk out and basically go to lunch and then come home because the appointment took forever because it was mainly just waiting. And by the way, I was just sitting there waiting. And there was a lot of old people. I'm going to be honest with you. I did go in the middle of the day, so that kind of makes sense. But yeah, there was a lot of old people. And I'm not going to lie to you. I have a big fear that if you go to a hospital to get healed, you may walk out with something else because hospitals are just beds of just crazy stuff. It's you can walk in there for a flu and walk out with measles, And by the way, did not feel good in the checkout in the room that they gave me when I went to see the doc, where it's oh, do you have measles? Check this. If you have it, sorry, haha, the CDC needs to know about it. It's oh god. So anyway, yeah, I took I used a lot of Purell as I was leaving the office for sure. But I leave the office, I'm walking to the elevator, and I'm like, you know what? I need a second to sit here. So I sit down in the chair, and I'm looking at stuff, and I'm reading the pamphlet, because I'm like, what could they possibly have that could help? And they had something that was really interesting in there that I think is worth telling you about, which is for the positive part of this story, above all else. And they had a section in there with, diet, right? Because they had this big thing where it's hey, health isn't just a good weight. You also have to make sure you have fiber and you'd have all these things in your diet to make sure you're a well-rounded person, right? And they had this thing in there that kind of blew my mind because they said this. They were like, okay, don't diet. Literally in black, bold text, it's don't diet. And they're like, yeah, diets don't work. All they do is that you're intermittent fasting and you end up gaining more pounds through it. And they're like, look, just instead of drinking a lot of sugary stuff, eat it instead. It's way easier to manage, all this stuff. And I'm like, this is actually helpful. For me, I've quit. I don't consume any sugary beverages. I only drink water and unsweetened tea. I only get my sugar through cookies or other things like that. And I've been using that as a way to step down my sugar intake, which, by the way, it has been working. It's actually pretty cool. It's really cool, actually. Back in COVID, I would beg to get infected so I can infect others. It was when we were... You okay, Glitch? Who knows? I once walked out of a hospital with absolutely nothing because the doctors were convinced I had nothing wrong with me. Turns out my heart tissues were inflamed. See, that's what I don't get. Like, how do they miss that? Like, I was sitting in the room with the doc and I was like, you know, hey, like, you know, could this be this? Could this be that? Like, hey, like, you know, I didn't notice anything about this. I didn't notice anything about that, you know, and I had very detailed notes about like everything going on. And it was very reassuring as I was kind of going through the list of stuff. It's like, okay, it's not cancer. Okay, it's not a hernia. It's not this or that or whatever. Like, you're basically okay, more or less. And not gonna lie, it felt really good. Now, I will say one thing. One thing about, I was going to neglect this. I was gonna keep it out because I was like, this is weird, but I think it's important. The whiplash I had when he initially came in, the doc was like, okay, hey, do you mind if I record this conversation with an AI memo thing? And I'm like, what? I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah, like I hit this button, it records our conversation and it writes down a detailed memo for my notes later. And I'm like, so the way it works is that he pulled his phone out and he hit a button and he's like, hey, I'm recording, letting you know, I'm only using this for my notes. And basically it recorded the entire conversation and everything going on. And I actually asked him about it. I was like, hey, does it like give you a big summary? He's like, yeah, here. And he showed me, it was like 3 paragraphs and it was like bullet pointed and everything of like what we talked about, what was covered. And basically it was just a better way of notating notes. What a clinker. I'm not gonna lie. That is a incredible use of artificial intelligence. And I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm glad he did that, because if I ever need to go back to that, you know, room in terms of like figuring out what's going on, like we can talk about what was happening there. And it's really cool. And it's just like, what? It's insane. Doctors have an insane amount of ignorance though. It could be from their wariness. Yeah, I mean, there's also like, they're looking for puzzles instead of trying to solve, like heal a patient. So there's that bias too. As long as it's not AI art, I'm sort of glad. Yeah, like I'm the type of person that when it comes to AI, that I think that AI should be a tool to aid you, not a tool to replace you. Because I think that like the old age of like, who's going to be the accountant, right? Like Byron is having fun with the plastic bag I brought home, but you know, I've always thought that like, no matter what, even if we have AI, we're going to need handlers to handle the AI. Like, and the things like actually the clerk was talking about this. She was like, you know, I'm really worried that, you know, doctors are going to be replaced by AI. And I'm like, well, you do realize that AI only acts upon the information it has. Is Byron an AI? No, Byron is a cat. He's worse or better, depending on how you look at it. And you know, I was like, look, like, I think that AI isn't going to replace us because doctors are doctors because they're able to see things that you're not able to see normally. Whereas AI, the way they work is that it takes information it has and creates a solution from it. But an AI can't see, so it only makes deductions based upon what it has, which is incomplete. Byron's a Byron. Yes, he's my baby boy, my kitty, my baby boy kitty. Natural intelligence. See, you get it. You get it. Yeah, I'm glad I don't do overtime. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, unless like you really need the money, overtime just kind of sucks. Just use it for PTO. I'll be honest. I'm gonna agree with the ancient Egyptians on this one and say that cats are deities. Yeah, I treat Byron like a little lord, so I do my best. I do my patronage right. Now, that's a really positive hospital story. Or not, well, it's not a hospital. It's like it's a building. It's like a thing of blah blah blah. But I get out there and I'm in my car and I'm letting the AC go on because it was a pretty hot day and I was just kind of sitting there and I was like, you know, it's like, I think it was like 3 o'clock or something like that. And I'm like, the day's over. Well, you know, I'm just going to go home. And I was like, you know what? While I was talking to the phlebotomist, she was like, oh, are you going to go get like something to eat? And I'm like, yeah, steak and rice. And I'm like, I should go to my favorite, like one of my favorite local places to get like just something nice to eat. And I went down to, you know, a little local place. And they were way more expensive than they were last time I went. So that just kind of tells you how long it's been. But I went there and I'm just like, you know, I ordered it online. So I was sitting in my car and I ordered it and then I drove over. And I'm used to like picking up because you walk into it, you go to like the side area partition and you get your stuff there. So, you know, I park, I go over there and they're like, well, it's going to be handled at the bar, right? And I'm like, okay, whatever. Like, you don't need to, if you see me, you don't need to ID me. You know what I mean? So I sit at the bar and I'm waiting around. I'm like, hey, ma'am, just want to let you know, like, I have this order. This is the name for it. This is what's on it. Blah, blah. She's like, okay. So now, mind you, I just spent like 2 hours waiting for like the doctor to see me. And then like it took like an hour-ish for everything to get done and all that stuff. And then, you know, the 15, 20 minutes to go over to the steak place, you know. So it's just like, it's been a busy day. You're that old? Yeah, I know. I've been old from a very young age, believe it or not. And I'm sitting at the bar and I'm just like, it's hitting me, right? Like I'm just exhausted. Like I'm very good at hiding how tired I am and like just how like stressed out I am until I can relax. And I'm sitting at a bar and everyone, like, there's just old people there and I'm like, damn, I fit in here. And you know, the bar, what are they called? Bartender. There we go. The bartender walks up to me and is like, hey, you know, like, blah, here's your, you know, blah, blah, here's this. Like, your order will be out in like, blah, blah. So I'm like, okay. So I get there like 3:15, 3:20, and they're like, oh, it'll be ready at 3:45. And I'm like, ah, fuck. So I'm like, this better be good. So I'm sitting at the bar, right? And for those who don't know, bars are very, like, the bar that I went to, it's not like, you know, the normal ones where it's very loud. It's just old people just sitting there eating food and watching sports and drinking a beer. Like, that's basically what it is. So it was very chill. And I'm like, okay, this is fine. Like, it's a pretty, like, if there's not a lot going on, like, bars can be pretty chill. But again, I don't publicly drink, so it is what it is. I was very tempted. I was like, maybe I could order like something to go, and you know. But I was like, I'm not gonna do that, especially after I got my HP reduced. It's a pretty bad idea. Not for any like health reasons, just like you just don't do it. So I'm sitting there and I put my head on the table. I'm like, I'm resting, I'm relaxed. I'm like, man, today's a good day. You know, I just need to go and do like 2 tests to really confirm that things are perfect. And, you know, I got a really good, you know, prognosis on everything. Everything's going well. Life is good, right? And, you know, there's a person that pulls up next to me, like, you know, 2 or 3 bar stools down and sits down and is, like got an appetizer or whatever and just sat there. I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. Right, I don't care. This dude pulls out a phone stand. I shit you not. I can't make this up. He pulls out a phone stand, like the one I would use for my VTube studio. He puts it in front of himself and he puts his phone on it. And I'm like, damn, I should do that. Like, damn, that's a really good idea. And I quickly went from adoration to hatred because as soon as he did that, he opened his phone, which, by the way, he let me see his password, which I'll find him. And he starts a FaceTime call, right? Now, keep in mind, no headphones. Now, it's like 3:30 at this point, right? And I'm just like tired. I'm kind of dehydrated a little bit. I finished all my water. I wasn't able to go home and get more. You know, I'm kind of like, I'm roughing it, right? And I'm just waiting for my food, just waiting for it. And I think the bartender could tell that I was kind of like, you know, really messed up, because it's just like she was worried. She's like, are you okay? Like, and I'm like, yeah, sure, I appreciate it, you know. And he starts having this conversation, right? And, you know, I don't like to think of myself as a nosy person, but damn it, if I smell something, I'm gonna want to see where it's coming from. Okay, that's just how I am. He's there. It's just, and he's he's FaceTiming like 4 other people, and I have to work hard not to laugh because one of them is in his bed. And he's just like laid up on his back, and like you can see his like quadruple chin. Like he's vibe maxing to the 100%. There's another person that's going for a walk. There's another person that's in an office cubicle, and they're all having lunch together. And I thought, like, that's cool. Now I was angry because I was like, okay, like, you know, I don't like having, like, you should have AirPods. Come on, for privacy reasons as well as like, come on, respect, right? But I was like, okay, whatever. And I was like that for about 5 minutes, and it was always talking. They're talking about how they hate their coworkers, about how they hate their bosses. And I'm like, bro, you're at work. Why are you talking shit about your boss at work? Are you insane? Like, are you stupid? Right? And I'm invested. I'm like thinking about this, and I start getting frustrated because I'm like, how long do I have to be here? So 15 minutes go by. Still nonstop stuff. I mean, people normally talk at bars. Yeah, I know, but I mean, like, it was quiet. There was like, there was maybe like 15 seats, and there was like at least 3 like stools of space in between everyone. So there's like maybe, you know, it was me, it was that guy, there was, you know, like 8 people total at the bar, right? You know, and so it was fairly quiet, and there was barely anyone in the restaurant because it was a restaurant with a bar attached to it, right? It wasn't just like a speakeasy or anything. And the thing that's fascinating to me is that like it was very quiet outside of that. And what I thought was funny is that like the bartender could kind of tell that me and a lot of other people were kind of getting annoyed at it. So she like turned up the TVs. And I would have laughed so hard of like on the TV, like, Uma Musume, like, Urara Harura. Oh no, she's glue now. Oh no, you know. But yeah, I endured that for 30 minutes. Now, here's the thing. It doesn't end there. So they bring out my food, right? And I got, you know, this and blah, blah, blah. And the way this place works is normally you get like a customary like salad that comes with it. It's free. And it's not in there. And I'm like, hey, like, normally I get a salad with this. Is there, you know, did it get mistaken or anything like that? Blah, blah, blah. And she's like, well, it's a lunch item. It's not a dinner item. And I'm like, you know, and she's like, I can't get you the thing. I'm like, you know, can I order it? Right? Like, you know, can I order the salad? Blah, blah, blah. Like, I really want it. Like, blah, blah, blah. And I'm kind of second guessing, and I'm like, blah, 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 blah. And I think there was like a moment where she kind of went, man, I don't want to. And she's like, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna get you the salad. And I'm like, what? You know, like just like very taken aback by it. And she goes into the back and she gets the salad thing, a little to-go thing, puts in the bag, and I walk out with everything. You know, I get in my car, I go home safe and sound, and I get home and I sit in my chair and I devoured the entire thing. The point of this story, going to the doctor means you can get really good food, and my stomach doesn't hurt, but it's so full. Like I literally sat down at my desk and I was like, and I left no crumbs. There are no crumbs. I ate every single thing. I do not regret it at all. I'm so grateful I did it. And that, my friends, is what happened to me today. I figured I'd lean in with everything there because, oh my God, today has been a freaking day. I mean, it's been a very good day, you know? Yeah, I love steak. Oh, so good. And it was it was a bit expensive, but it was a splurge. It was, you know, like sometimes things happen where like you get annoyed or sad and you're like, you know what? I'm going to spend a little bit more to get something better. That's what I did. I love eating like a pig. You know, I typically, like, I'm self-conscious about it, but I'm like, you know what? Today's the day where I'm a warrior. I'm a Viking that just came back from a pilgrimage. I need to eat my food, you know? And I was like, for like 20 minutes. And then, I eat my food. I pass out of my chair. Literally for an hour, I slept in my chair, and I woke up and I was like, fuck, it's like 5:30. So I got some water, rested, relaxed, and I was like, oh shit, I have a stream tonight. Oh fuck, well, like we were supposed to talk about like serious stuff tonight. Oh no, like, am I still gonna do it? And I was like, you know what? Yeah. Because basically the idea was I was going to tell you what happened today, which I'm, you know, obviously feel free to ask questions and stuff, but that's basically what happened to me. That was my day. Very fun in a weird sense, good and bad. But, you know, the rest of the stream is, you know, I want to talk about like content direction and stuff like that because I've been experimenting a lot, but I'm also really curious about feedback. You know, I'm really curious, like, you know, harsh criticisms, critiques, compliments. Hell, I'll take anything. Just because I want to make sure that, you know, whenever I know it's like, it's something I need to figure out, but sometimes like, you know, you need to lower yourself and kind of just be like, okay, hey, like play ball. Like, hey, you know, like what's going on? I had a pad thai yesterday. It was so good. Left me full for the rest of the day. So good. Turned into a mukbang channel. I can't do mouth noises though. Like I can't do mouth voices with food. I can't. It just it hurts so much. Delayed Pokemon. I would love, like, I will say, like, I have ideas for ASMR. It's just the catch-22 is I hit the wrong button. Ow. Do a silent mukbang channel. You know what? I'm gonna write that down. Silent mukbang. Just add a cheese fountain in your set. Oh my god, do you guys remember those videos of like the Nico Avocado having the cheese fountain and he was eating from it? And I'm like, how could you do this? How could you How does that work? That's insane to me. Never watched that guy. I don't know. I'm glad that he pulled a 180 on us and said, "Ha, you thought," and like just showed up that he was like actually skinny now and he wasn't like morbidly obese and like very unhealthy. You know, like I'm really glad that happened. But it was such a weird time, and I've not heard anything of him since. I'll be honest. Yeah. But yeah, no, I'm really open to anything. Off to work, enjoy your day, night. Have a good one, night. Stay safe. Have a good one. I'll leave you with the... Oh, fuck. I'll leave you with a gift. I don't know what the gift is. Ah!
Gone long chin along.
Have a great day at work, night. And also thank you for hitting the bit skull. God, I hate the gong so fucking much. It's 1500 bits and it still goes off. I hate it. It's so loud. It's so loud, you guys. It's so loud. Like it wakes me up. It causes me pain. It's just, it is so loud. It is so loud. I don't even remember what I was talking about. I think we were talking about like mukbang or something like that. What were we talking about? I don't even know anymore. How about a stream and it's only the gong? Gong only stream? How would that work? Send it. How would that work? I'm so down. And by the way, I'm not just talking about like content ideas. I'm thinking like, are there things that you dislike? Like, is there like, hey, like I wish you would play these games more. I wish you would do these more. Because honestly, like I want you guys to know, like you can feel absolutely like free to tell me honestly. Like you don't have to be like, oh, like I'm gonna hurt his feelings. Like I want to get better. If you don't hurt someone's feelings when they're wanting to get better, then I feel like, well, obviously you're kind first and foremost, but the other thing too is like, hard truth requires hard criticism. You know what I mean? You just standing in VR chat near a gong and playing the sound every once. What if I did like a stream where I did VR chat and I just sat there and like there was a random timer that every X amount of time like a gong would go off with no recollection. VR chat, but gong goes off randomly. You know what's funny is I wasn't even like expecting like stream ideas. I was literally just like, hey, like what do you like about the stream? What do you dislike about the stream? So I can do more of it. I don't know, honestly, probably just replace all the sound effects on the channel with gong. Call it the gongathon. Hey guys, this is a gongathon. Every bit is a gong. 100 bits is a gong. Every sub is a gong. Oh my god. I would have to take my headphones off after a while because it would just be so bad. Instead of VR chat, do a horror game with a random gong. Oh. Now that's a good idea. See, this is what annoys me about myself is that like that is such an unimaginably good idea. But like it is a little bit of a it is too much for me because like I'm such a baby when it comes to horror games, and then the gong is just like it is debilitating. He's gonna faint. Yeah, exactly. It's like, I mean, I was actually thinking of doing Outlast today, or no, not Outlast. Outlast tomorrow. And I literally was like, I'm gonna chicken out. I can't do this. It's too much. I just can't, But, I will say for sure that, I've been talking to a few content creator friends as well as, just like people in and out. And, I'm always looking for good criticism or bad criticism. Hell, even if it's just like a personal, like, oh, I have a pet peeve about this. Like, let me know about it, Maybe in the middle of the next 24-hour stream, but it has to happen. Outlast has to happen. Oh, man. I mean, I've been actually thinking about, like, like, there's a lot of things I don't want to do on stream. And I was like, well, what if I did a thing where, like, if we hit a goal, like, for example, like a weekly goal of X amount of bits or whatever, like, or, the equivalent in subs or whatever, like, I'll do, like, an X stream. So basically, like... You can literally pay me to be in pain. Because if you weren't there for the Outlast stream, if you weren't there for it, you have no idea how bad it was. I was mute for the entire stream. No one was watching, and I was scared because I was like, I know I'm alone. Like, I was literally the entire time, I was praying someone would say something in chat. I was like, please, please tell me about anything. Trauma dump to me. I don't care anything to take my mind off of this game. And it didn't happen. I remember I was so angry. I was like, son of a, I can't believe this. I can't believe this. I do a horror stream and no one's here. And I just like, I literally got to a point where I got so nonverbal. I was like, I can't play this game anymore. I'm too scared. I don't know if you played Night Shift yet, but maybe you can play that. The demo's out and it's not too scary. Have a game for a random gong. Night Shift. Ooh. Nice. Nice. Yeah, you know, I've been looking at games on Steam. There aren't a lot that are pulling me, honestly. Like, there are so many games on Steam, but there's so few that I feel like are fun to play on stream. Or even fun to play offline. Paying crowdfunding. I mean, I think that one of the things that I'm pretty good at is I feel like there's no regret when it comes down to you know, whenever we have a bid goal, like, oh yeah, you know, 5,000 for X amount of thing. I feel like no one's ever been like, oh, I regret contributing to this, you know? The game is called Shift at Midnight. Oh, hold on, let me fix that then. Shift at Midnight. Ooh. But yeah, basically the reason I bring this up is you know, unfortunately, my Power World video didn't post for whatever reason. I don't know. Maybe that was like God being like, no, we don't want you to post that. But, you know, I was kind of talking about like, you know, I'm not driven by anything except wanting to be better, right? And also making it more interesting for you guys. Because, like, I think the greatest joy for me is knowing that, like, you know, whenever you come to streams, like, you don't regret it. Like, that is my biggest metric for success. Unregretted user minutes, right? Like, if you come into the stream for 5 minutes, I want those 5 minutes to be good. Like, even if you only just pop in and say hi, hello, get the tuner for Lord Byron, which, by the way, don't forget about that. Get your tuner for Lord Byron. You know, maybe claim a podium position and then dip out. That's fine. But I want to make sure that that's something that is fun, entertaining, and just you don't regret, you know? And that's what I'm working towards. Because I think, like, one of the things that I love the most about streaming, but is also the, like, painful part, is being good at it is rough. But I really loved enjoying it. Best stream would be to come to my off collab. What would we do? What is the itinerary for off collab with Jen? Are we just gonna like hang out? What's the plan? I feel like the best way to hang out with friends is just like sitting there and hanging out and just doing nothing. Like not even like watching TV, just like sitting there and just like chilling. Maybe pull out Monopoly, you know, pull out a Jenga, have a 9/11 bit somewhere in there, you know, like the normal, you know. Cooking stream? Now that's interesting. You know, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't have the space for it. I want to do a cooking stream so badly. Going to the woods. Raz graduation in the woods. Oh no, he's missing. Whoopsie. Cooking stream. Yeah, because the thing with cooking streams is that like I would need to set it up all in the kitchen, and it doesn't reach. And I'm like, I thought about it logistically, and I'm like, nah, that's not going to be possible. Maybe one day. But I'm also thinking of doing more hand cam streams too. Like I was thinking of what is it called? Like doing a like not Gunpla, but like, you know, like the models and stuff like that. See, like, hey, maybe that's something fun. Just like, you know, on a Saturday morning, not like during stream hours, just like during like Saturday morning, like, hey, let's sit here and build a Gunpla for like 4 hours, you know? Shocking news, local VTuber went missing during collab. Possible are. Welcome to Obnoxious, it's good to see you. Welcome in. 58, insane. It's incredible. Paint your nails on stream? I don't want to paint my nails though. Believe it or not, I am not the person that if you saw me with like nail polish, you'd be like, you? Really? You know? Welcome in, Elliot. Actually, no, what will you paint my nails? Considering doing hand cams? Yeah, I mean, the thing is that like the problem with hand cams is the fact that there's a lot of like, well, there's always a risk of doxing myself, right? And it's like, hey, if it happens, it happens, right? But you know, it's just like there are ways you can make it like dox safe, like dox proof, so that it doesn't happen. But I don't have the space for it, you know. Just use a clear coat then for your nails. But like, isn't that like defeating the purpose of painting your nails? You know, Gramps need their nails done too. True, but I have clippers. It's okay. I have the youngins cut my nails. That's how it works, right? I thought you've shown your hand before. I mean, I have, like, you guys have seen, like, my wrist, for example, but, like, I've always worn, like, gloves and, like, you know, all that, just because, like, you know, immersion break, you know. Now, admittedly, the only reason you guys saw my wrist, which, by the way, I'm sorry for being very slutty there, I sincerely apologize, was because I was, like, very drunk. I was very, very inebriated. I missed your... No, you didn't. It's still in the VOD. It's just you gotta go find it. Hehehe. I love that, like, oh, I missed this. No, you didn't. The VOD's still there. You just gotta find it. Do an accent lemon nail and clear the code of the other 4. Oh, man. Oh, man. You know, I've had my nails done before as a manicure, but, like, it always hurts. Like, the cuticle or whatever it is, like, they really, like, bash into it, and it hurts. It's like, ooh, you know what I mean? Like, it's rough. But, yeah, I mean, I've even though, I mean, I don't bite my nails as much, but, yeah, I mean, like, my nails don't have any issues, thankfully. But no, you did not miss my wrist. You can always see my wrist. By the way, how do you guys feel about the widgets? I like them. I think they're fun. I think the thing is I got to figure out a way to integrate them more cleanly, because it's just like in the corner is like a little bit gaudy, you know what I mean? I like getting my nails done, but damn, is it expensive. I think that if you go to like a local place, you can probably get them done for like 10-20 bucks, but I mean, it also depends on what you're getting. If you're getting like the cleaning plus the nail polish plus like, you know, a coat on top of that and like maybe like, you know, pretzels or whatever on, like, you know, it's going to cost more, right? But it really depends on how much you want to get. Make them glasses to put on your face. There you go. There you go. But yeah, I'm, you know, imagine like, because here's my goal. Like, for those who don't know, the way I like doing like monetization and stuff is I like it to be out of the way. I don't like it being in your face. Like, even like how it is right now, I feel like it's very in your face and it's just like, it's kind of ick. Kind of, I get, sorry, I'm using Zoomer humor, or no, sorry, Zoomer lingo. I'm getting the ick with it a little bit, you know? I'm not feeling the aura. Enlarge the widget ×2. Okay, I got this. Hold on, I got you. Hold on. Okay. Hold on, there we go. There's that one. Let me go and do this one as well. We'll have one on one side, one on the other. Widgets for eyeballs, okay. Just like, you know what? Someone's going to be browsing through the Twitch thing and they're just going to see like, what is this money grubbing POS VTuber doing? He's just like, what is he doing? And it's just like, I'm currently messing around. That's all I'm doing. That's all I'm doing. But yeah, no, it's kind of cool because you can just move it around. It's really nice, actually. But yeah, it's like, you know, that's what I love the most about streaming as well, is you get these interesting situations where it's like, you just get to mess with stuff. And I really like whenever like there's the part of the like VTubing where it's like there's the professionalism to it, but there's also the like, just, hey, let's have fun, check this out, how does this work? By the way, sorry for the jumping around, but it's easier to do that. Come man. There we go. The greatest overlay. Zoom into the more icons so much that it's technically not there. You just see a little bit of a thing. Put it in your ear and use it as an earring. Now that would be pretty cool. Unfortunately, it's just a, I think it's a PNG. So technically speaking, I can't use it in VTube Studio. That would be cool though. Running line at the bottom asking to join Discord in bright red. You know what? Hold on. Didn't I think I bought something like that. Hold on. It's like a, I just bought I bought a few things that I was just like, you know, I've never done these before. I might as well. Oh, hold on. Yeah, I got this too. Here, where is it? I need to get it. Stream elements. I think this is fun. This is the fun part. Like, I love whenever I get the opportunity to just like let you guys in behind the scenes on stuff, because it's like the stream is made because of you guys, you know? It's not because of anything else. So because of that, it's like really important that I do stuff that you guys want. And what better way to do it than just like giving you the opportunity to see it in real time? I think it was like 2560 by 1440. There it is. Hold on. We can put this down here. You guys ready? You guys ready for this? Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Now, admittedly, it's not really my style, but I think it's nice. It's like, it's nice out of the way. You know, you barely see it. You know, you should do one of those green screen videos so we can make out of context clips. Oh, I should. Yeah, and I just like you type stuff in chat and I'll say it out loud. It's like, speaking of, did you guys see Elmo got hacked? Did you see that on Twitter? Did you see Elmo got, like, I remember I was scrolling my Twitter timeline and I saw the @Elmo account and it was like spewing like just awful shit. It was hilarious. So the official Elmo for like Tickle Me Elmo, right? Like got hacked and there it like literally was just like, yeah, no, it was hilarious, dude. It was so funny. And I don't have any of the screenshots, but basically like it was like, I'll just say this. There was a lot of anti-Semitism and there was a lot of love for a very specific Austrian fellow. And I'm not gonna lie to you, it was very funny. It's cursed because it's like, obviously like I don't like that because it's a kid's thing, right? But it was very funny watching Elmo call people the N-word. And I think that it was just like, what? Like, yeah, like obviously awful situation. Like let's all agree on that. Like that should not have happened, but it happened anyway. So we might as well laugh at the situation because of how absurd it is. Like I think it was last night too. I was scrolling through Twitter and I was just like looking through stuff, just, you know, blah, 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 chilling out, nothing crazy. And then all of a sudden just I see Elmo and it's like something about like how he hates a very specific racial group. And I'm like, this has got to be a satire account, right? And I click on it and I'm like, uh-oh. No, it's not. Did you know that one Austrian guy also was into urology like a little too much? Really? Fascinating. You see, I learn something new every day. Isn't it cool? But yeah, no, like it's kind of wild, you know? Honestly, I mean, this is a little off the reservation here, but I'm not gonna lie, I didn't see the Astra Arcadia graduation. Or rather, the separation, whatever they called it. But like, I knew he was on the out, but they really wanted to sweep Astra under the rug. If you don't know anything about that stuff, like, it's not worth getting into that hellhole. I'll just be honest with you. I'll just be honest with you. I love denying responsibility. What's up, Magic? Who? There was okay, so let me do a little bit of so this is drama, guys. It's drama alert. It's drama time. Basically, there was this guy. Hi, Raztavi. Hi, Magic. How's it going? There was this guy in Nijisanji EN named Astra Arcadia, and basically, he had a lot of SA and other things being lodged against him for being done, and apparently there was a lot of proof of it too. But it was being swept under the rug by Nijisanji. And basically, like, a lot of talents actually threw him under the bus as they were on the out because they wanted to do that. Like, they wanted to just, like, get him out of there. Yeah, lovely combo. Hey, we are off the reservation. We're Bing chilling. It sure is going. I need to get back to work, unfortunately, so back to lurking and go. Have a fast day, Magic. You're doing great. Have a good one. Godspeed. But yeah, no, okay, the reason we got to Astra, right, is because I was talking about Elmo being racist on Twitter, okay? Like, that's where we were at, okay? That's what we were talking about, all right? Like, I just want to make sure, also welcome in next door. Like, I just want to make sure that, like, we're all on the same page here, right? But basically, Astra was a guy who, I've never watched his streams, but basically, like, had a lot of really bad stuff against him, but Nijisanji would not terminate him. And then just randomly out of the blue, they terminated him yesterday, you know? Throw back to Michael Reeves race detecting him. You know, Michael Reeves is such a beautiful human being. I love every time that I see a Michael Reeves video or hear Michael Reeves or anything. I'm just like, what is this Asian white boy, or I don't know what race he is, whatever this person is going to do, you know? God dang it, Rans, I'm supposed to be working on the base sketch for my painting, but now I'm locked in for the stream. I blames. This is what happens when, you know, Elmo goes racist. We gotta talk about it, you know? They've repented, okay? Elmo got canceled on Twitter, okay? Every time I walk into a stream, it's always something out of pocket. I mean, at least it's something out of pocket, you know? I love farmers with brain damage. That's me. That's me. That's literally me. Whoop-a. Literally me. But no, I find it hilarious that there's so many like weird things that happen on Twitter every day that just like I feel like at this point I'm terminally online, but it is what it is. What are you farming, Raz? Aura? Nah, I don't think I can. I'll be honest. Oh, did you guys see the new Grok AI? Did you? You guys got to see it. It was all over. It was hilarious. Switched over. Hi Jen, welcome. The what AI? So the AI for Twitter released a like female AI, and it's like, I don't know if it's legit or not. I actually haven't Googled it. I should, but like I thought it was like a joke at first, but the more and more posts I see, the more I think it's actually legit. And I think even Musk himself was like, yeah, no, this is like legit. I'm like, what? And apparently he made an AI that has, it's a female like companion AI. And it's just like, what? Isn't it calling Elon on being racist, so he tried to nerf it and now it's sending like more subtle messages? No, that was another thing. Like Twitter, like, well, what happened is there was a person who was working on the AI team who basically edited some of the prompts in the AI engine and basically caused the AI to act very differently. I'll say it that way. And essentially that guy got fired, and what happened is instead of like kind of putting back the old code and course correcting, they kind of really put reins on the AI to stop it from going off the reservation, you know? But yeah, no, that was the other thing. But yeah, Twitter has had AI. It's called Grok. It's like ChatGPT, but it doesn't do image generation. I'm too busy with my horse game. Uma Musume based. Yeah, I'm too busy being terminally locked into chronic online BS. You know, it's like I'm doing unemployed activities, and I don't think I should. I'm not. What's funny though is I don't doom scroll Twitter that much. Like I will like probably like, you know, if it's like early in the morning or like the middle of the day, like I'll jump on Twitter for a little bit. You know, just kind of mentally disconnect and just be like, what's going on here? Oh, okay. You know, following up with like people that I follow and stuff. And then, you know, just like literally in the most simple way, just like, log off. But seemingly every time I've done it this week, it's just like something's going on. I'm like, okay. Your mom walked into my room to tell me to shut up after my horse won first out of 10 straight losses. Hey, that's what the haters were telling you until you won. Always remember that, next door. Always remember that. But congratulations. I haven't played Uma Musume, but there's a lot of people who are like, no, this game is like really fun. And I'm like, that's why I shouldn't play it. That's why I shouldn't play it. Yeah. 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 I also have a lot of anime I want to catch up on. Well, not only catch up on, but watch, you know? But we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it happens. But yeah, anyway, so for those who just trickled in, basically what we were talking about was just kind of wild shit. But no, the reason we're at the point of the stream now where we're kind of just talking about stream, just like, hey, what do you like? What do you dislike? You know, like for example, we have like in the bottom left corner of the screen, we have a follow goal and a bit goal, which by the way, we got gonged the stream. Thank you, Sir Knight. Shout out. And in the bottom right, we have a very subtle like social rotator blinder thing. And yeah, basically, actually, you know what's funny? I actually got a chat widget too. I kind of want to set it up. Hey, we're here. We might as well. Hey, we're having fun. Okay, this is what a normal first stream of the week is for us. We just start a stream and we just have fun, you know? Now wait, that's why. Okay. Let's see. Oh, hold on. Uh-oh. Wait, where is it? Oh, here it is. Hold on. I actually already set it up. Social rotator. Let's see. I'm gonna add an... Oh. Sorry. Horizontal chat. Watch this. You guys are gonna love this. If you don't, then like, I don't know. You're gay, non-derogatorily. Now let's see if this works. Oh, there it is. There it is. This is so cool. I love messing with this. Look at that. Do a Duolingo stream. I hate Duolingo. Duolingo is like trash. Like Duolingo is basically like what you do if you like the mob boss is trying to extort money from you, you know? Hold on. Okay, there we go. It's kind of working. Let's see. This is cool. I like new stuff. We're messing around now. Do an Anki stream then? What's an Anki stream? Intelligent flashcards? Well, I'm not in college anymore. I got away from flashcards. But horizontal chest. Yeah, hold on. Let me make it bigger. How do I do this? Hold on. I literally bought this morning and didn't like set it up, so I'm a little bit crazy here. Nicknames, I don't know, like 90. Message size, like 30. See how that goes. Then do a Duolingo stream where you insult the... Oh, that's a little bit too large. Uh-oh. 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 Oh, there we go. Do we have to yell? Hello. Why is it cutting off everyone's name? I hate that. Ew. Ew, I don't like that. This is fun. This is cool. You know what else is a bit too large? My love for you guys, because you guys are amazing. I hope you're doing well. If no one's told you yet, I'm very happy that you're here. Slider size? What does that mean? Oh, like how much? Ow! Okay, princess. Okay, princess. But yeah, no, like, you know, simple stuff like this, like, you know, it really adds to like the stream, you know? My massive throbbing red heart. Oh, amazing. Okay, princess. There's my love in a raspberry. See, that's what I appreciate. I love that the most. But yeah, like, this is kind of cool because I saw, so the thing I got this from is a VTuber by the name of Comma VT. She has a thing where like it goes across the bottom like this. And it's really cool because it's like, it's really out of the way, you know? Message color? What is black? Oh, it's just 000. There? Question mark? What a face. I don't think I've ever made this face before. How did I, damn it, how did I do that face? What happens if it hits the limit if there is one? Wait, what do you mean the limit? The message limit? Yeah, that's weird. You need this overstimulating Japanese-Chinese chat that just flies across the street. Jupiter has that, and I don't know how she's able to like not get like super over like what is it called? Overwhelmed. Doesn't False Eye also have something similar to the side-scrolling strat I was saying? I don't know. I haven't watched False in a while. I used to watch False a lot, but I haven't really been keeping up with them. Will there be a point where messages will be deleted and replaced? I think it's after 6, if I'm not mistaken. Like, I don't think that there's a thing where like it disappears after a certain amount of time, which is a little bit of a bummer, but yeah, I think it's 6. Yeah, so 2, 4, 5. Oh, yeah, a little bit of a thing there getting in the way. That's rough, but yeah, like this is like, I was like, you know what? I want to experiment. I want to see like, hey, like, how do we feel about this? Oh, there we go. 2, 4, 6. The 6th message is 7. I love how the hearts are there. Why are the hearts there? What? Oh, the separate icon. Oh. So it goes, yeah, so basically, there you go. Yeah, so it's basically 6. I don't like that. I personally like to have a delay. Bonk guy. Means we're followers? No, the heart means that you're, it's just a, here, I'll show you what I mean. Like, like you'll see a separator, like the heart. So like now it's a star. Yeah. So like you can change like what it is. Like it's a star. It could be a moon, a sun. It could be a cross. Kind of looks like a North Star. He loves us. That's why it's his favorite Shadows icon. True, true. But yeah, you know, it's like, you know, it's basically the separator. But I don't like that it cuts off your guys' name. I really don't. Let's see. Is there? There's no other settings for this either. So if I were to really mess with this, I'd have to like dive into the CSS and monkey around. But yeah, it's just like, you know, simple stuff, you know. Now, I will say, one of the things that I have found like the most difficulty with is like overlays. There's very few overlays that are good, in my opinion. Oh God, it's so small. Why is it so small? Look at that. It's tiny. Yeah, it's because the colors. Go figure. Like, one of the things that's nice with the current chat that we have is the fact that, like, you know, there's a white background and on black text, so it's so easy to read. Yeah, hold on, let me see here. What's a good contrast color? I don't know, maybe, I don't know, let's YOLO this with cyan. Why not? Who knows? Our names are just big, I guess. Yeah, it's this is the fun part and also the annoying part. It's like, yeah, Jen the Sin. I wasn't gonna say anything about that, but I was like, Jen the Sim. Jensen. There you go. Jensen Button. Jensen Ackles. You guys remember when Supernatural was a big thing and everyone was like, oh my god, Jensen Ackles. He has abs or whatever. Insane. But yeah, no, I was like, you know what? I want to buy some of these things, just kind of see how it goes and YOLO it. Yeah. Not that old, unfortunately. What's the opposite of blue on the color wheel that would make it contrast color? I actually don't know. The backdrop is blue. Blue Raz sign is a close blue. You guys act like I'm smart, okay? I mean, yellow is a good contrast color. Admittedly. It just kind of looks like, yeah, wouldn't the opposite be orange or something? Maybe. Okay, I changed the thing to what it would be red. Why are we so bad at this, guys? Like, why are we so bad at this? This is terrible. This is awful in the worst way and best way, whatever you want to call it. It's just great. But yeah, no, I've been like looking at overlays and stuff, and it's just like, there's a very few like minimal overlays that actually work out well. Like, I feel like I need to like make my own, you know. But that's for later. You know, that's the. But yeah, no, like, you know, how do you guys think about the little social rotator in the bottom right? Have you noticed it? I feel like it's really subtle. It's actually really nice. It's not right. I just checked it's yellow. Well, I mean, oh god, it looks like a child with construction paper and like crayons that are just like writing stuff. It's the color theory is not working out. Like, I worked methodically to get the chat on the right side, the one that we're used to and we love. You know, we got that there. Some orange on charts. It's not red, lol, just checked. Okay, well, you know, it is what it is, right? I'm Googling. Peak 2009 website design with that color choice. I know, right? Like, it's so bad. But I love the fact that no one has said anything about the bottom right. That's how nice and hidden it is. It's been sitting here completely just chilling the entire time. No one said anything. Same thing with the bottom left and with the bit goal and the follow goal, which, by the way, thank you, Knight, for getting us to the bit goal already. It's insane. But I want to have it like in the corner so like everyone knows, like, hey, like, here we are, you know. But yeah, it's like, you know, yeah, I think selling selling, you know, like, you know, $20 worth of bits for me playing a game that's going to give me a heart attack. I think that's a pretty good deal, you know. Like like on some streams they have like a picker wheel where like you gift a sub or whatever and you do a spin and you can get like crazy stuff. I feel like maybe I'll do that one day, but I got to come up with something better. Just say fuck it and make it sick. All right, got it. I got you, homie. Why would you make it this color, Jen? This color. What are we? Okay, let's just be patient. By the way, how do you guys like the new BGM? Do you feel like it's better? Is it an improvement from the old ones? I still have the old ones, so we can go back, but I really like the new BGM. It took me about 2 months to get this, by the way, so I'm hoping that it's good. If not, please let me know. Trust me, if it's shit, just tell me. I love the shit color. Look, it's so bad. It's so bad. I don't remember the old ones. Amazing. I'm wonderful. I'm grateful. That's how you know it's good. Standard blue is orange. What does that mean? What is standard blue is orange? I didn't notice the current one until you mentioned it. Let's go. Then that means it's working. I actually really like it. It's pretty chill. But yeah, how do you guys feel about the horizontal chat? I mean, I'll probably end up finding another widget that's a little bit more like customizable and or better, or maybe I'll commission one of my own. But Like, what do you guys think? Tutu Pim Pim? What the hell does that mean, Seno? What does Tutu Pim Pim mean? Did you just curse me? This one sucks without a backdrop. Yeah. Well, admittedly, also, let's keep in mind that we are on we have a background going. Hi, Mega. Welcome in. It's the music beat? Wait, what is? What's going on? I'm learning new things. But yeah, hopefully you're doing well, Mega. As you can tell, we're kind of messing around. Tutu Pim Pim? It's the music beat. Tutu Pim... I'm not smart enough for this. For real though, try out FFD1D. Okay, I got you. On a standard color wheel with the color being blue, the opposite would be orange according to Professor Google. Alright. Is this pink? This is my favorite part. Like this is very serious business, everyone. We are working very hard here, okay? But yeah, like I mean, you know, let's assume that the background isn't a, you know, an animated background. Now, by the way, hold on. Whoa. Welcome to the void. Oh, without the background, you can see like playing video games with this would probably be really good. I feel like for like a just chatting scene, it's you know. Actually, I'm kind of vibing with the pink. Anyway, there we go. Never liked the deep blue orange combo. No clue why color theory keeps saying those are complementary. Isn't that my color scheme right now? Well, it's, oh wait, no, not deep blue. I'm like ember auburn orange, which isn't orange, it's different. Like amber, and then I'm like very light blue, you know? Yeah, the pink isn't actually bad at all, you know? Not sure about the lemon names. Yeah. What would we have the names be then? And by the way, we can, and if it's RGB, we can put it in there. So if you're like, I want it to be blue, like we can. White? Ooh, that's a good point. Hold on. I love how the color white is for RGB. White name, golden stars. Ooh. That's pretty based. I need to get gold though. Trying to like find the color that's maybe? Let's see. White name, golden star. Yeah, so I changed the color of the stars to like a yellowish golden. I can't like, you know, pipette and take like the RGB from like anything, unfortunately, but it is what it is. But now it should. Well, mine's gonna come up red because I'm the streamer. So it's gonna be but yeah, the star is a bit If I could, I need to change the color, but I feel like you're onto something. I feel like the gold star is like probably unironically the most based thing. A Buick beak. Yeah. I feel like this is really good for for games, you know? And then what I can do is like, for example, I can like put it here, hold on. Like I can put it behind me. So like when we're streaming, you know, old messages just kind of get like eaten up over here and new ones show up like on the right or something. I don't know. You know what I mean? Oh, shit. Oopsie. I accidentally hit Control Z one too many times. Whoopsie. Oopsie. Oopsie. Bit of a fucky wucky. True white is almost never used in design anyway. That's like nuclear white. Want to tone it down a bit later? Yeah, well, let's tone it down now. I think that it's the reason why like true white isn't good is bleh. Tried that. You know what's funny? I've seen that color code before. Separate icon color. And then let me get the chat color. Or not the chat color. Yeah, hold on. The name. Maybe something like that. Let's see. Just way too intense. I mean, that makes sense because it's kind of hard to balance true white with anything, you know? Let's see. It's up to you guys. Also, I really do appreciate that you guys are willing to... Ooh, that's a little bit too damp. Ah, it's all right. Hold on. I think you got it. I think you got to hit on the... Okay, I think that should be it. Not gonna lie, that's not bad. I also, for some reason, I'm kind of feeling the pink. The pink is actually like growing on me, you know? Admittedly, like I got to do some color theory, but admittedly, like this is me we're talking about, you know? What's up, JG? We're messing around. The pink slate, yeah, it's actually like not bad. I think that for like lighter backgrounds, it's going to be impossible to read. So like, for example, if I were to do something like this, like it's kind of hard to read like Jen's text on the white background. But like up here, for example, it's like perfect. Very interesting. But yeah, basically, yeah, this is what I spent my money on. I was like, hey, I'm just gonna buy some random shit and be like, hey, let's see how this goes. I'm glad the pink, yeah, it's actually like, maybe in the future we'll change it to like a different color, but I don't know, I'm feeling the pink, you know? It's not terrible, it's just like, oh, there you go, you know? And by the way, this may not be a permanent edition, it's just like, I wanted to add and see what you guys think, you know? Because I think that like one of the things that's really nice is just like trying stuff out and see how it goes. And nothing is better because like you guys are very honest with me. Like there's multiple people in this chat right now who have sent me personal DMs being like, hey, like, I think you can make stream better by doing this. And I'm like, I got you, homie. Or I at least try to do 99% of it if I can. Sometimes I just suck. A wild forestress appears. Catch it using PokeCatch. Woo! I think the only issue with it is that like it cuts words off. Like I'm glad the pink is working out. Like I wish there was a way to fix that. And I'm thinking like maybe there's just like something that's like in here that I'm missing. Yeah, literally, yeah, camo. But I'm not gonna lie, I actually kind of like this. I will admit, like I said, I don't like the fact that it's like excuse my language, but I love Force. You know what? I'm gonna catch it, or I'm gonna poke catch Ultra Ball just because he said that. But like, you know, I if it didn't have a thing where like it constantly was there, it'd be bleh. Like if it went away after a certain amount of time, like I'd love that, like a fade away type thing. I don't know. Maybe it's possible and I'm just stupid. Who knows? Slider directions, standard. By the way, in the settings, instead of like the slider direction being standard, they mistyped and said standard. Fascinating. But yeah, I mean, like, yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Like, you know, it's kind of crazy how like some of these are very, very cheap. Like I think some of these were like $3. I think at some point. And it's like, it can add so much. Are you using stream elements? Yeah. Almost all of these, actually all of these are stream elements. Streamlabs is very like restrictive. Stream elements is pretty baller. Excuse me? I muted, but yeah. Curse you, Raspberry. You'll never have my forestress, whatever it's called. Ah! What'd I do? Why are you blaming me for your failure? You failed to catch it, not me. You set a fade for chat. True. Very base. I'm trying to like see the Pokemon I just got. I don't even know what it is. Oh, it's like a little clam. Oh, that's cute. Hi, Roddy. Welcome in. We are testing stuff. very big business, very big talk about future of the channel. Very serious stream. Very serious stream. Raz on the couch, on the bed, kitchen counter, or stairs. Least parasocial viewer. All of the above. Oh, very based. Red dresser without. Boy, oh boy, Ronnie. I love the fact that this is living like rent free in your head. This is beautiful. Beautiful. It's just, it's so funny to me. At first I was worried. I was like, you know, like, are you okay, Ronnie? I'm like, no, this is Ronnie's thing. I gotta let them have it. I can't take it away from them. I can't be cruel. No. What did I just read? This isn't out AO3. Out only 3. Hey, I mean, I feel like some of you guys were on Wattpad and whatever. And I know you guys were. So like let's if you're uncomfortable, then I'll no, you're good. No, you're good. You're good. It's like, no, because like, you know, the reason why I said it is because like sometimes there will be people who like will say stuff like that and then like they'll get really weird about it. But like, I love that every single stream that you show up, you're like, Raz in a red dress, or whatever it is that you want to say. And it's always like the most tame thing, but it's also funny as fuck. Cause it's like, man, it's like you are on, like, it's a habit. Like this is a skill that you have developed and you have, right? And you're fine. It's just like whenever the people that like come in and they're like, oh, I'm gooning to Stellar Blade. I'm gooning to Stellar Blade. Oh, like that's like, I'm sorry. I'm too old for this. My bad. Hi, Abby. Welcome in. Probably wild time to come in, but you know, it is what it is. We're messing around with stuff. Hi, Abyssius. Hello, Abyssius. How are you doing? 85. Man, you guys are hella, like, you guys come to so many streams. I'm very grateful. Rastastical or always Rastastical. Every time I see you guys, like, give a tune to Lord Byron, I'm reminded, like, it isn't just the case that you guys are coming by stream and having fun and relaxing and maxing and everything else, but like you guys are coming back and collecting, like Abby's been here 85 times. Ronnie 50. Oh, sorry, not been here, but remembered to hit the tuner for Lord Byron 85 times, 54 times. You know, like let's see. Like it's insane. That reminds me, Raz, when's that Final Fantasy stream? Final Fantasy? I did Final Fantasy. I played Final Fantasy. I spent like 3 days playing Final Fantasy 14. That shit sucked. If that's what you're talking about, like Final Fantasy 14, not Final Fantasy. Oh, then what? What is the FF? I'm curious. Welcome in, Bear. It's good to see you. I'm doing pretty good. I'm trying to get to know my sister's friend. He's better than I thought. Oh, you're part of the Final Fantasy. Yeah, no. Hey, Puente, you're the final part of my fantasy. You want to come over to my mom's house for dinner? We can hang out in my womb downstairs in the basement. I can show you my gaming computer. I built it myself. Same energy. Your boyfriend is obsessed with 14. I want to like it for him so bad, but I mean, I think you just need to tell like your significant other, just be like, hey, like, I don't like this, but because you like it, I'm gonna watch it with you, right? Be like, you know, sit there and be like, hey, like this is not something I would normally watch, but because it makes you happy, I want to be there with you. You know, there's a lot of things that you got to do in a relationship where it's like, it may not be exactly what you want to do, but because you're with that person, it's fine. You know, I like it in phases, but it's definitely not a daily game. Pretty sure they're gonna start dating, and on the other hand, I haven't talked to Chad in 3 days. Abby, ooh, the tea is hot. Woo. I feel so weird saying that. I'm sorry, guys. My dad kindly picked up my new meds, hoping it helps. Let's go. Shout out Papa Roro. Blessed Papa Roro. Chaticus Maximus Roro's Papa. You promised some of us you'd read fan fiction on you if you wrote it, but we never did, but scrapped an idea recently. Hey, if you have it, I will. You know, I mean, admittedly, I'll probably have, it really depends on how much you know, is it a lemon? Is it a grapefruit? Is it a blackberry or whatever the hell the scale is, you know? I'm also like curious, what the hell did you guys like? It's like, Raz sees the toaster from across the floor. It's the one, you know, I want a crack fic of Raz X Rice. It's gonna be like a dragon hoarding gold. I'm just gonna like sit on my thing. Rice, this is mine. For no reason besides the fact I text him and he doesn't answer and he won't call. I've tried. I got over my fear, but chat won't call up. It happens. you know, just don't give up. Keep it up. You got this. You can also interest him with a piece of cheese. He may not eat it, but he'll be interested. The lemon scale is so old. I don't know. I don't know what the kids use nowadays. I don't fucking know. I don't even know what they used back then because I never read that stuff. I missed it, but in the end, you didn't have any health issues after your appointment. Yeah, no, I'm perfectly fine. I'm going to get a CT scan and maybe an ultrasound, depending. And that's not for like finding anything. It's just like for double confirming. It's just like, yeah, you know, like it could be something, but like I'm pretty sure it's not. And it's like, okay, cool, you know. And I mean, like I've also been going through a lot of dietary changes too. So I'm like, and he's like, yeah, my doc was like, yeah, you know, it could literally just be the case that your body is being like throwing a hissy fit because like you don't drink coffee, soda, sweet tea, and you don't drink anything sugary now. It's like, you know, your body's going through it. You know what I mean? It'll be fine. I have faith that he's just doing stuff. He's got stuff coming up, and I'll see him soon. So no worries. It'll be fine. But I've talked to many people, and they say he's not much of an online talker. Yeah, it's, you know, that's the weird thing about like, you know, people in general is that everyone has their own vibe of doing things. Everyone likes doing a thing a certain way, and you know. You don't want to change them. You can't, but you have to work around it. Sometimes people just don't want to talk online. You know, some people are really like face to face or so on and so forth, you know, but it's just, you just got to work around it. Right. Do you ever just binge eat cucumbers? Mini cucumbers? No. Cucumber in water though goes hard. It's pretty undisputedly good though. Cucumbers with Taishan is peak based. Very good opinion. Very good opinion. Very true opinion. Fresh or pickles? I don't mean this in a mean way, but if you text or call someone and they ignore you, it may most likely mean they're just not that into you. Again, not saying it to be mean, no one deserves that. Yeah, and I mean, the thing about that is that it's really rough to know. Like for me, for example, like if I get a Discord DM and I don't respond to it immediately, I really am busy and I just can't get to it. I typically get to them as soon as I can. But also, like, you know, you never really know what's going on in people's lives, you know what I mean? So, you know, sometimes they, you know, maybe they have like a wave of depression hitting them and they're dealing with it. Maybe you got the, I'm not trying to be copium or anything. I'm just like, you know, you don't want to assume the worst, right? Now, Roro does have a very good point, but you also got to make sure that, you know, when you're carrying weights, you got to have weights on both sides, right? And one side can be the case like, oh, well, maybe they're not that into you. But the other one is like, what if they really are just not an online talker and they just don't like texting, right? Like there's a lot of people who just don't like text messaging. It's crazy. You eat too much asparagus? Oh, wait. Stinky, smelly. Asparagus eater. Detected. Asparagus eater detected. Sorry for plosives. I feel like I'm moving my mic closer. I heard the parentheses and the you can. Oh, man. If it's constantly happening, I would ask them up front. I personally would not tolerate it, but I don't tolerate it. Yeah, I mean, like, it's nice to be direct. But at the same time, like, you know, the catch-22 is even if you're direct, like, it doesn't mean that you're guaranteed an answer. So it's a catch-22, you know? He's probably not into me. I believe that and have since the beginning, but I don't want to completely believe it. However, if he doesn't, I still like him as a person. I want to be friends. Yeah, I mean, you know, when it comes to that situation, right, like, I think that what's important is you're not going to be able to change your romantic feelings for someone. You're not going to be able to change whether you love or like or have a crush on someone. It happens. But what you can control is the fact that, like, the reason you want to be around them is the things you're attracted to. Maybe it's their demeanor. Maybe it's the way they act. Maybe it's the way they talk. Maybe it's the stories they tell or the way they are. You know, just do your best to associate with them and hang out with them, right? Because if you're not destined forever, you ought to do your best to make sure that you're enjoying the time you have. Like me, you know, I assume nothing is forever, which is one of the reasons why I'm very grateful, even if I may not seem so, of every single interaction I get with people. Because it's like, I don't know how long I have. Like, I may never talk to X, Y, and Z person again. It's like, what is going to be the last conversation we have, you know? But the important thing is that, like, remember, not the 5th of November, but the fact that you have time. And also, it's, you know, you have to be tender on yourself as well, because you know, love is complicated. And yeah, it's like there are surefire ways, like how Roro is saying, like, you know, mind games are a way, or ignoring you, or placing attention, or placing other people above you. You know, those are signs that typically, like, they're trying to hint that stuff, maybe consciously or not. But You know, the thing is that, like, if you like someone and there's no chance of a relationship, the best advice is to, like, not really cut them off, but, like, remove them away from your life, because they're just gonna hurt you. And it's not that they're gonna hurt you, it's just you're gonna get hurt, you know, by continuing it. But if you're able to separate in your mind the romantic aspect that you have for that person and then the actual, like, friendship you have with that person, it's very, you know, it's very, very hard. But it's definitely worth it. It's only been 2 months, so he might just not like me all the way because we haven't fully gotten to know each other. But I feel that, I feel the same, that rushing isn't something that I will do with a relationship. Yeah, take it slow. You know, it's like, because the thing is that, like, one, it's a good thing to always take things slow, because it's better to go slow than to go fast. One, because if things go wrong, you don't want that to happen too quickly. But also, you know, you get to savor the fun parts, you know? And even if it isn't, like, you know, forever, you know, there's a lot of fond memories I think about of people who I've been very close to that, you know, I've drifted away from. And I still very vividly remember and have positive memories of, like, hanging out with them and stuff. And you want to keep those memories, because that's what gives you drive, and that's what gives you lessons and all that stuff. And if it ends up to be you know, the worst case, right? Always remember that there's always another. There's always next time, right? You always have time. It's not no contact at all. I like his stories, he likes the reviews them, but he still does still interact with me, but not much convo. Never settled. Yeah. I mean, the other thing too is that, like, I think what's really important is don't force anything. Like, if you want to talk to him, talk to him. If you want to hang out with them, hang out with them. But, you know, if you're not seeing that it's being reciprocated, it's probably not you. It's just a case that, like, if I'm being honest with you, like, if they don't like you back, there's nothing that can really be done, right? It is what it is. But I think what's really valuable in that is, even if it's not reciprocal, you still have the ability, and you should have the opportunity to enjoy your time with that person, you know? Sure, is it going to hurt? Absolutely. But that's what gives you life. That's what makes life worth living, you know? It's not worth it to just tolerate that type of behavior, in my opinion. I would just be like, bye, Felicia. Yeah, it's like, you know, as time goes on, you have your standards. Like, you have your, you have what you're willing to tolerate and what you're not willing to tolerate. And sometimes, you know, it may to other people seem very, like, severe or very, like, stalwart or, like, very, like, burn, you know? But the thing is that, like, you have to figure that out for yourself, right? Like, there's a lot of boundaries that I have that are non-negotiables. There's a lot of things that I have that I don't like to do ever. And I don't do it for anyone. And the thing is that, like, the person that you want to be with is not someone who's trying to get you to start or stop doing the things that you don't want, that you're doing, or start the things you don't want to do. You want to find someone that is synergetic with you, right? They're not going to force you to go and, you know, go to a Taylor Swift concert if you don't want to. Like, no, like, you don't want that, you know? You want someone that's synergetic, you know? Obviously, you're going to, you know, push yourself to do stuff for your partner, obviously. But, like, you don't want... A relationship is difficult by itself. Oh, what do you smell? Like, difficult are relationships. Yep. Relationships are difficult all by themselves. No need to make it more difficult, you know? Been through it all. Yeah, base Roro. Yeah, I mean, it's always a growing process. Because the thing is that when it comes down to self-discovery and stuff like that, it's accepting who you are. And that's, like, such a shitty way of putting it, because, like, what does that mean? Like, what does it mean, accept who you are, accept who I am? And the best way I'm able to describe it in terms of, like, oh shit, I hit the wrong button. Fuck. I hit run ad instead of snooze. Shit. Sorry. Fuck. Sorry. Okay. Sorry, guys. Shit. No. Sorry. Shit. Sorry. I was trying to snooze ads. Well, looks like we won't have to worry about that. I'm sorry, guys. We're going to wait for ads to get here, but... I didn't mean it. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. you guys. You guys are so nice. So nice. Hey, Smexy. Hello. Hi, Ronnie. Welcome in. Yeah, by the way, I know that I know the horizontal chat right now is a bit like scuffed, but honestly, we're kind of playing along with it. Where do I put this? Where does this go, guys? Where... I don't know, I guess over here. Whatever. There we are. Why not? Whee! I like how you got a head pat after. Yeah, it's like, you know, there's give and take. There's a lot of give, there's a lot of take. Oh. Just ask the dude. If it's a genuine connection, he'll be a good dude and tell you the truth and be okay with open communication. We hydrate. I actually don't have water. I ran out of water. That's one of the reasons why I was like, okay. You know, posture check. Oh, my posture's all messed up. Thank you. Thank you, Elliot. You're a real one. There we go. Much better. Yeah, we're waiting for the ad. Sorry, guys. I know if you're on YouTube, but still, I don't want. We will pause stream for ads. Absolutely. But yeah, I'll wait for the end of ads to put my final sense on it. But it's basically going to be a culmination of what everyone is saying. Ooh, we have a plan. How do I? Yeah, because I don't want to give you like a massive thing that's hard to remember. I want to keep it like pithy and small, you know. I used a lot of raspberry. Whoops. Yeah, Roro does have a good point. Yeah, if you don't attack it head on, it'll attack you. You know, if you don't eat it, it'll eat you, type thing. Yeah, so I'm trying to like be not delicate, but like I'm trying to make sure that it's clear and concise, but I don't want it to be blunt, you know, because I want it to be something that like is helpful, you know, because there's value in truth, like rote truth, right? But if you say it in like a POS way, it's like, you know what I mean? But welcome back. So what I'll say is that with him, I think honestly, yeah, the confrontation is the best thing. It's like, hey, you know, if you're not the type that wants to be very direct, then kind of just ask him to go to dinner. You know, like, I'm not kidding. Like sometimes guys are just really shy and really dumb and they just don't get it, and they just need a nudge. That's all. Right? Like if you're like, hey, like, when are you free? Let's go get dinner. You know, and we can do Dutch. You know, like I'll pay for mine, you pay for yours, or whatever. You know, and then just like have dinner, see how it goes. It could be at McDonald's. It doesn't have to be at like a fancy thing. It can just be there. And then, you know, as you're talking to him, like, you know, just ask him questions. Be like, you know, hey, like, blah, blah, blah. Like, do you like anyone? Like, you know, basically confess without confessing, you know, just like make it very clear that like you have eyes for him. Some guys are actually that stupid, believe it or not. Yeah. And I mean, the thing is that like, you know, 99% of the time, like if a guy doesn't like you, they're not going to be cruel. They're not going to be like, oh, you. No, they're just gonna be like, no, it's just like, you know, I don't, you know, like they'll be like, I don't feel the same connection. You know, it's just like, I really enjoy you as a person, as a friend. But you know, I don't hold the same attraction or, you know, romantic feelings, you know. But yeah, you got to ask the question, because otherwise, yeah, it's the brain worms will get you. Hey, Raz, when are you free? Let's get dinner. I stream tomorrow. I don't have you know, you know, I just came up with an idea. Fucking have a stream and it's just a dinner date. And we just sit there and we do like the most horrific, like awful, like, you know, like high school shit, like, oh my god, you're so dreamy, and like I'll match the energy. Hi Dusty, happy belated birthday. Woo! Hi Dusty, it's good to see you. Women tend to overthink, but men are oblivious. True. Sometimes it's the reverse, but still same thing. Dinner could be McDonald's. Yeah, I mean, you don't even need to get food. You could be like, hey, let's hang out at McDonald's and like play in the play place. Like, it doesn't need to be that complicated, right? Like, you don't need money to hang out with someone you love, you know. I'm being delicate with him because he has a lot of issues, and not only issues that I also struggle with, but he's had a relationship before me, and only that he was very mentally drained and hurt. Yeah, I mean, I will be honest with you, guys do take a lot longer than what I've seen to like kind of bounce back if it's a really bad relationship. But I think like, you know, you don't want to rush anything, right? But at the same time, like just being there for him and just letting him know that you're there does so much more than you think it does. And the thing is that like with relationships, it's better to wait it out, you know, like it may be the case that he does harbor those feelings, but he's so mentally just exhausted and dead from a relationship. He just doesn't have the energy. Been there, done that. Like, you know, it's very debilitating. Like, even if like the perfect woman of all time popped out of thin air, it's like if your parents just passed away or you had something horrific, like you're not going to be in that headspace, right? So patience is key. Balancing is super, yeah, but I mean, the thing is that's why it's worth it. Raz, let's go and get in and out. Done. Let's go. Also, who else asked for dinner? Hold on. Yeah, let's go. Hey, where is it? Ah, I saw it. Oh yeah, let's get dinner. Let's go. Massive, not even dinner date, just like dinner hangout. just see how it goes. The house huddle in my area got rid of the Oreo pancakes, and I'm sad about it. Honestly, if IHOP got rid of like the chocolate chip pancakes, I'd like die. I don't even eat them, but like that's such a staple. You can't fix people. Very based. They have to want help, and it's gonna be exhausting if you try. Let's go to Longhorn Raz. Let's go. I just ordered that, Raz. Let's go. She genuinely hurt him, not in like an hurt, oh well my heart hurts, but like genuine abuse towards him. Yeah, I mean, yeah, so the thing is that like you have to be patient. Like the thing that's really problematic about like romance and relationships is that it's very difficult to tell whether it's being reciprocal. I fervently believe, and I still like I'll die on this hill, that if they're the right person, you'll know, you know. But at the same time, like if there's a lot of chaos in your head right now, just think about, you know, like what does he need and what do you need, right? What does he need from a friend and what do you need from him as a friend? And you try to balance that, you know. And if you can find a happy medium, you're good. But sometimes, yeah, it's just not meant to be, and that's okay. But the thing is that like you're not out of the game, right? I didn't even ask for a date, just for dinner. Let's go, Pog. The Riz. I got it yesterday from IHOP. Buttermilk pancakes with chocolate chips and butter pecan syrup. Oh, Roro. So based. So based. Oh. And you made me want pancake. I know, it's so good. But yeah, I think the ultimate advice here is that be his friend. Be his friend first and foremost. Hang out with him when you can. Do fun stuff with him. If things happen, they'll happen naturally. But at the same time, like, pay attention to your intuition. Your mind and your body is going to tell you things are going to be the way it is, and you got to listen to it. I'm a waffle gal. I bounce between the two. Like, I'm like, pancakes are supreme, and then I'm like, damn, a waffle sounds good right now. Like, I can eat a waffle without syrup. That's how good some waffles are, you know? All relationships start as friendships. Yeah, exactly. I mean, because the thing is that, like, if you aren't able to have a good friendship, you're not going to have a good relationship. Sorry. A little bit of a rough love there, but the reason why is because a relationship is literally a friendship, but with a romance aspect to it. Blueberry Eggo waffles. Oh, so good. I need to get them. One of these days, I'm going to wake up and be like, Eggos have been discontinued. I'm like, no, where was you when Eggo was killed? And I was like, oh, I was at Walmart trying to buy it. I can eat those plain. Same. I like the ones that have the syrup in the waffles, and it's just like, oh, life is good. Life is good. But yeah, I mean, I hope that what we said so far is like at least useful or helpful. They have that. Yeah. They have Eggos with the syrup in it. It's so cool. It's so good. What's it called? It's hold on. Eggo with syrup. Where is it? They should sell it at like your local Walmart or your supermarket, because that's where I get it. And it's like, it's like like it has syrup inside. Yeah, it's Eggo waffles, Like it's Eggo name brand waffles, but it has syrup in them. Like it's not like a different kind of brand. It's just there, I think. I haven't seen them I haven't ate them in a while, so I'm hoping they're still around. I believe a friendship with a bit of signals to tell him that I like him in a romantic way also, but I truly want to be your friend without friend-zoning him. Yeah. I mean, ultimately a relationship is a friendship, but no friend zone. Like, let's be real about it, right? You know? I haven't seen it. Maybe it's on Amazon? Roro needs to be banned from talking about food. It makes me hungry. Yeah, every time I see Roro's cooking, I'm like, oh, I'm so glad I ate dinner before this. Oh, man. No, bully me. I got you. Oh, did my chat just break? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I think my chat just broke. Uh-oh. It's okay, the browser still works, but is it OB? I think so. Ow! Hold on. Casterlet. I think my chat thing just broke. Okay, yeah, it was. I fixed it. It's fine. It broke out. It like. Wow. Okay, it's like skipping chat messages. Okay. Weird. Anyway, but yeah, do have a good lurk, Abby. Remember, do something good for yourself. Drink some water. Eat some good food. Yeah, just like Senna said, you got this. Oh wait, I have a question. Where do I send food on Discord? If I'm not mistaken, I think hobbies is probably best. We made a channel just for Roro's cooking, based by the way. But yeah, if you want to put it in hobbies, feel free. And if it's like not on the right channel, don't worry. I'll just be like, hey, yeah, can you just in the future put it in here? No big deal. Okay, yeah, I don't know. OBS is just tripping, I guess. Relive Raz, yeah. Yeah, OBS is Willy Wonky, which I appreciate. Yeah, I'm glad. I mean, like I said, I love, like, I never really wanted a Discord in the first place, but as time goes on and on, I get more and more, like, aware of, like, how nice it is, because if I'm like, what did Roro cook? I'm like, oh, yeah, look at that. Let's take a look at this. Or, like, I'll look at, like, oh, like, what did, I think it was Abby who was doing the photo editing. My brain kind of gets messed up. Oh, the chips, the fries. Oh, I haven't been able to cook much because it hurts like hell and sometimes almost fall. Yeah, no, don't rush yourself, you know? Like the last thing you want to do is rush yourself or hurt yourself. The nerve pain is like, yeah, it's not like, ooh, I'm a little bit sore. No, it's like you have nerve pain, right? Oh. It's like someone stuck a knife. Yeah, it's worse. I think stuck a knife is like underplaying how bad it actually is. Like, I mean, I know that like you've been very clear about like how severe it is, but I think you're kind of downplaying how really difficult it is. It was taking my Taco Bell fries at home and I made homemade nacho cheese, but it was in the photo. Yeah. Oh my back. Oh, big stretch. Ooh. Ooh. Oh. Crap. Wait, maybe I can do this? Maybe. Please don't delete the whole thing. Damn. By the way, Abby, before you go, the one with your friend in it, make sure you don't like put photos of your friends in there. That's all. So like repost the 3 photos, just the one without your friend in it. Just for their safety. That's all. But I do want to see them. I just have to do it. You make the oddest sound, you could probably voice a Pokemon. They call me the voice actor. Yeah, Pointeth. I'm sorry. It's crazy what you don't realize you take for granted. I know, right? There's your weird noise. That was uncalled for. I'll be honest, that was uncalled for. I should watch her. No, you're good. I mean, like I said, you know, like I'm not gonna crucify you if you make an oopsie whoopsie fucky wucky. Okay, like I'm not. If you make a small mistake, I don't care. It's fine. It is what it is, right? Like it's no big deal. But you know, like I said, just make sure, because the thing is that I don't have rules in my Discord because I like enforcing them. I have rules to protect everyone and keep it nice and simple. That's all. Sound like you're giving birth to a Pokemon. Well, you know, the something about the Vaporeon. Wow! Hi, Micah. Welcome in, Raiders. Welcome to another Scuffed stream. We are kind of messing around with a bunch of stuff here with not alerts, but like a social thing reminder in the corner. We've got like a horizontal chat on the top. We've got, you know, widgets in the bottom left. Welcome in, Raiders. If you need to raid around, feel free. But we're just hanging out. How's it going? How's it going, Micah? It's good to see you. What are you streaming? You were streaming Metaphor Ray Fantasio. How was it, by the way? I haven't played that game before. Was it fun? Next stream, resonates inmates Pokemon from memory. Imitates. I think you meant to say imitate. Inmates. Yeah, I'll just arrest them. You know, I should do that. Just like sit there and be like, what? Pikachu. That's my best. Pikachu. Walololo. I can't spell. It's okay. It's okay. We just don't. Let's go, Pog. Pog. Oh, yes. Thank you for not only reposting it, but also putting more, like, awesome stuff. Oh, that cake looks so delicious, Abby. Oh, my gosh. I was going it for quite a while. It's a great game. I love how it's purely original game from Atlas that isn't connected to Shin Megami Tensei. I don't know what that means, but the fact that there's a nuance there, that probably means you love it. You know, I was thinking about playing it, but it's a turn-based game, right? That's kind of my kryptonite. I think Cal was talking about like I wrote fentanyl. I need to go to sleep. What the fuck? I was like in my search bar I wrote metaphor fent and I'm like, huh? Still, God, I know my what the fuck? I know, like I'm sitting here and I'm like, what the hell? The fuck is wrong with me? Ah, jeez. Okay. Ugh. It's worth a price point. Yeah, it's turn-based, but I've always loved those types of games. I grew up on them. Yeah, I grew up with them, but I never liked them. Like I didn't catch the wave. Like everyone was like, oh my god, play this game called Pokemon. There's a red and blue, blah 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 blah. You know, and I'm like, eh. And then like the PS2 era was when I really was like. Raz, it's only 9:20. Are you okay? I've only had like 4 hours of sleep. I'll be honest with you. And I had 1 hour, like an hour before stream, and I slept 2 hours like the night before. Yeah, I'm crashing. I don't know why the hell. I think the reason why I typed the fent was literally because of the fact that I was thinking about the hospital or the thing I went to. By the way, just to let you guys know, I'm perfectly fine, all good. It was just a checkup. But whenever you say hospital, it's like, you know. But it's good news. It's just a normal checkup. Hydrate. I actually ran out of water, so that my plan is to end stream here soon. I was planning on doing it earlier, but I fucked up and accidentally hit the run ad button. So it's like, come on, you know. I hope everything works out. I do too. I think that you know, the world works in mysterious ways, and you just figure it out. How dare you end stream after I raid you? I know it. I always feel awful when I do that, because it's like, you know, like. I'm thinking, because I'm also looking like who is online as well, because we can share the fun, we can share the love. What the hell? Okay. Oh, we've got a lot of people on. guys, I think we can actually rate someone. New photos drop. Ooh, let's go. Thank you, Abby. That's why I love it. I almost freaked out for a minute, and I hovered over my followers, and I thought that was my viewer count. And I was like, how is there 500 people here? I was like, ah! I'm gonna freak out. Ah! My friend Gaiden is streaming. Do you guys want to do a new person, or do we want to rate someone that we already know? He's playing Street Fighter 6, but he's an IRL friend on mod. Yeah, what do you guys want to do? Do you guys want to go and hang out with someone new, or do you guys want to go and see one of our old friends that we've raided a bunch of times? Which, by the way, Micah, thank you for the raid. I hope I said that before. If not, I apologize. I'm sorry. I have a friend of mine who's streaming too. He only has 2 people. Ooh. Okay, good. Yeah, I always worry like, oh my God, like, cause I feel like, did I forget my etiquette? Like, did I forget just being a decent human being? He's famous. I know, right? I look at my follower count. I'm like, what? Like, what? Like, is this real? This is insane. It's always great to raise people who are small. Yeah, it's always nice because I love rating like anyone who's got like 1 or 2 CCV because they freak out. It's like they literally have like a heart attack. Now, don't get me wrong. I freak out too, but I hide it really well. Like whenever I get rated, I'm like, tell me what's y'all's favorite photo are if y'all are on the Discord. I start for feedback to get info. You know what? I'll give my feedback reel here. Oh, that's my favorite. The one where the sun is shining through the trees, the 5 trees there. That's my favorite photo. I don't have any feedback in terms of like making it better, but I can tell you I like it a lot. That's my favorite one. I got a big raid once and I was like, help. I don't know what I would do if I got a big raid. I'll be honest with you. Like I would freak out. I remember one time that like my brain just like a friend of mine raided us and like they had a bunch of people and I was like, I should go. I need to stretch my legs after the long ass stream. Have fun, everyone. Have a good one, Micah. Thanks for coming by. I hope you had a wonderful stream. Enjoy the wind down. Enjoy the rest. I'm also going to go get water after this. Don't worry. I try not to panic. It's so hard not to. But like, because you're like, so many new friends to hang out with, you know? And it's always wonderful because it's like, you never know how it goes, you know? But I think, you know, since we're here, we might as well raid Gaiden. Roro has been the directioner extraordinaire. So I think, you know what? We'll raid Gaiden. I don't know if we've raided Gaiden before, but we'll go ahead and do that. So let's go ahead and start this out. I believe I do that. Hold on. I don't know how to stream. It was Gaiden, but I want to copy paste it. I don't want to. Where's my brain? There we go. There we are. Nice. So if this is your first time being on a stream or on a raid, how this works is very simple. We're going to be awesome like we are here and be nice, kind, respectful. We're going to go say hello to a new friend, Gaiden. Please remember, if you would like to, on the Twitch side, if you're watching, please consider following the channel. If you're on the YouTube side, please consider liking, subscribing, and doing all that good stuff. Tomorrow, we will be playing Peak solo, so there's going to be a lot of fun there. But also, that being said, yeah, when we head on over, just be nice, kind, cordial, and have a good time. And also, if you are a subscriber to the channel, please consider using the top message if you are a subscriber.
Good night, Raz. Don't forget to keep your sockless feet over your bed tonight.
I'm going to file a Title IX. Use the bottom one if you're a non-sub. And as always, thank you guys for coming by the stream. We kind of messed around a lot on this one. And honestly, I love these streams. I mean, I love streaming in general and I love doing it with you guys. So as always, I want to say thank you guys so much for coming by. Please always remember to stay hydrated, get healthy, wealthy, and everything healthy. You know, I don't know. I got to come up with a catchphrase. But as always, thank you guys so much for coming by. I will see you guys very, very shortly. That is tomorrow. And as always, have a good one. Good night. Take care. I'll see you soon.